And what's the big deal about being 1-2 versus 2-2 versus 1-3? Well, if you're 1-3 since 1990, you make the playoffs 13% of the time. If you're 2-2, that number is triple, 37%. Pete Carroll has been so good in his career when his teams have started 1-2. It's happened 6 times to the Raiders head coach. He is 5-1, trying to get back to 2-2 as we are set for the opening kickoff, brought to you by Modelo. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Luther Burden back deep to receive for the Bears, along with Devin Duvernay. End zone to our right. Daniel Carlson has it teed up at the 35 to our left. The 30-year-old in his 8th year out of Auburn. He stands at the 32 on the angle. He's into his slow trot, right leg into it, and we are underway here in Allegiant Stadium. Duvernay under it, middle of the field at the 5 with a head of steam, out across the 20. He stumbles, hops over a defender, and he's knocked down at the 28-yard line. Raiders in coverage. Dylan Laube down there along with Chris Smith to make the stop. So, Caleb Williams coming off the best game of his career, 19 of 28 for 298, 10.6 per attempt, 4 touchdowns, no interception. Career high 142 quarterback rating. He is second in the league through 3 weeks with 7 touchdown passes behind only Lamar Jackson. And he doesn't turn the ball over, just 1 interception this season and only 2 over his last 14 games. He's under center and a pair of tight ends. DeAndre Swift, the running back, behind him. They start on their own 29-yard line. 2 receivers split out wide right. It's Rome Odunze and DJ Moore. Odunze in motion right to left. The first play is a run to the left side. DeAndre Swift is upended. Landon Roberts got through along with Devin White for a defense, Kirk, that gave up 201 on the ground last week after giving up just 70 yards a game the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was just target practice on that last one. Landon Roberts realized he had a wide open gap, shot the gap, made the tackle for a minimal gain. That time, Caleb Williams gets to the line of scrimmage, and Jason, all he's doing is checking it away from the safety. That time, the Raiders are all over it.
Something we're watching here opposite Max Crosby, who's on the left side. The right tackle, Darnell Wright, is inactive today with an elbow injury. So Theo Benedette, the 24-year-old from Canada, making his first career start. Williams throwing down the line. DJ Moore at the 30, cuts back middle of the field, 35. And he's wrapped up and spun back down by Devin White. Outside the numbers, they'll mark him at the 36. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Chicago. And the Bears, 46% this year on 3rd down, 4th best in the NFL.
Yeah, nice job by Jamal Adams limiting that gain. He was in on a big nickel package where he comes in. He plays like a linebacker, hybrid safety. That time turned the ball back in and got the Raiders into this 3rd down and short.
Big play coming up here for the Raiders. Caillou Blue-Kelly, Eric Stokes the corner. Isaiah Polomau, Jeremy Chin. In at safety, DeAndre Swift, the lone setback. Play clock down to 8. Bears out of the huddle. Caleb Williams under center. 2 tight ends. They're both stacked to the right. Snap and a play action. Pressure up the middle. Booker giving chase. Williams escapes the pocket. Dumps it near side to Swift, and he drops it at the 33 in the flat. Thomas Booker right through the middle. And as soon as Caleb Williams turned in the play action, he had a man in his face, and it's a 3 and out for the defense.
Yeah, watch the sudden move by Thomas Booker. He comes right up, and he went right by the center, Drawman, and immediately got into the face of Caleb Williams. And Caleb Williams trying to extend the play, almost had a wide open Swift that could have got a 1st down, but nice job by the Raiders recovering. That play was all made by Thomas Booker.
Yeah, he hit Swift in the face mask. The left flat. Torrey Taylor, 2nd year out of Iowa. The punter who was drafted last year in the 4th round pick. Last season, 47.5 a kick was the best in Bears history. He gets his right leg into it. It's a spiral, not very high. Trey Tucker under it at the 18 left hash mark, and he's coming out. Across the 25, and he's swooshed right there. The Bears down in coverage. Daniel Hardy made the stop. So, after a 46-yard punt, Raiders take over. We'll keep it right here. No TV timeout for Gino Smith. Last week, 19 of 29, 289, 3 touchdowns. All of them to Trey Tucker, who became the first Raider since Jerry Porter in 2004 to have a 125-yard, 3-touchdown game. But they got to protect him, Kirk, because if they don't, it's going to be another long day.
It's all about protection, right? Mr. Clean. That's what I want to call Gino Smith today. Can he be Mr. Clean at the end of today's game?
Ian Thomas starts in the ball game, not Brock Bowers. 3 receivers to the right. Ashton Genty in the backfield with Smith in the shotgun. Gets the snap. fakes it to Genty, looking right, fires. He's got Jacoby between a pair of defenders, and he's tackled, falling forward to the 34. It's a pickup of 9 on first down. Nick McLeod and Kevin Byard combine on the tackle. They're in the secondary with Tyreek Stevenson and Nashawn Wright. This secondary's banged up. Kyler Gordon has not played all season, and he's out again today with a hamstring. And Jalen Johnson, who they signed to a big contract last year, went on IR after week 1 with a groin injury. So they are banged up there. They also don't have starting linebacker TJ Edwards or Grady Jarrett, the longtime Falcon who the Bears signed up front. On 2nd and 1, Genty shifts from the left side of Gino Smith over to his right, who's in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He gives it to Ashton through the hole. First down across the 40. Genty dragged down from behind at the 46 by Tremaine Edmonds. But that's a great first carry for 11 yards.
And it was great blocking up front. It was Ian Thomas who was on the edge. He was able to hook the edge. But this is what I love about Ashton Genty. He was decisive. He put that left foot in the ground and got north. Okay, he wasn't going east and west. He got north. And I love when Genty is going north and south. He's running guys over, but that time hit the hole and got the positive yards.
Brock Bowers still on the sideline here on this first drive. Ian Thomas off of Colton Miller's left side. Yard behind him in the backfield. Gino Smith is under center. Genty is the lone setback. Play fake. Gino to throw. Clean pocket. He pumps, he throws, and it's broken up at the Bears 40. Dante Thornton, the intended receiver, Tyreek Stevenson, was tracking him to the left side of the field. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. And, you know, again, Brock Bowers active today, Kirk. I keep bringing that up because this is about to be the 5th play, and he hasn't been on the field. He's wearing that left brace. He practiced all week. So interesting that we have not seen him on the field yet.
Yeah, so far, now he's actually, I think, one of those guys that they're going to try to see. This is the script, opening script for the Raiders right now with no Brock Bowers.
Trey Tucker, the lone wide out to the right. Again, Gino Smith under center. He sends Thornton in motion. Handoff Genty through the middle. He's met at the hole at the 46, and he stood up there. Maybe picked up a yard. He's pushed backwards by Tremaine Edmonds. His brother Terrell Edmonds is on the Raiders practice squad and has played a game this year. They were both drafted in the first round, same year out of Virginia Tech. And Tremaine Edmonds last week, Kirk, you know, you played linebacker, 15 tackles and 2 interception games.
Yeah, he's a big guy. But we get the 3rd down, and now Brock Bowers entered this football game for the first time in his drive on 3rd and 9.
He is to the left side of the line with his right hand on the turf. 3 receivers to the right, Myers, Tucker, and Thornton. 3rd down and 10. We played 4 minutes, no score. You hear the Bears crowd and the Raiders crowd trying to equal them here in Allegiant Stadium. Play clock down to 1. High snap. Gino brings it down. Steps up in the pocket. Fires over the middle. Picked off by the Bears at the 40. Back into Raiders territory. Kevin Byard to the 25. And he's finally brought down by Jackson Powers Johnson. Kevin Byard with a pick in the 2nd straight game. The Raiders turn it over, and the Bears set up deep in Las Vegas territory.
Yeah, that time Kevin Byard was right there at the sticks, 3rd and 9. It was actually great protection. Gino stood up, and one extra hitch in the pocket, tried to deliver to Jacoby Myers, but Kevin Byard, the experienced safety, he was all over it.
I mean, tough play.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, he had his eyes on Gino Smith the entire way. That's a long, late developing route over across the middle. He's just playing a middle safety. Center field. No responsibility. Kept his eyes on Gino Smith, and Gino's eyes led him to the interception.
And Gino's patting his legs. He was walking off. Can't tell if he's mad at his receiver or himself. Either way, his 5th interception of the year. Caleb Williams and the Bears set up on the Raiders 24 after the 36-yard return. He's in a pistol with DeAndre Swift behind him. He hands it off to the running back, who's gobbled up right away. Max Crosby came off the edge and dropped him for a 4-yard loss.
Well, the great thing is he beat a double team.
Yeah.
It's one thing to try to single up on Max Crosby, but when you put 2 guys on him and he disrupts the play by running through 2 guys, they better figure out a different way. Run away from number 98 because already making plays in the run game.
We talked about that. Max has had the numbers, but the last 2 weeks he's been neutralized in the first half, first 3 quarters, but he made himself felt there. 2nd down at 14, shotgun for Caleb Williams, the former Heisman Trophy winner. Gets the snap. Raiders bring 4. He steps 3 steps. It's batted at the line, and it's batted backwards and falls to the turf.
Big Jonah.
Jonah Laulu got the left paw in the air, and it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, look, you mentioned it, the big paw, right? Put both hands on his head after and said, oh, I almost had the interception on that one. Was able to get his hands up, It was the left hand and almost had an opportunity for an interception. Big third down right here.
So it is third down and 14. Raiders have had a takeaway in each of the first 3 games. Bears break the huddle down to 8 on the play clock and a timeout taken. Ben Johnson saw it and takes the timeout. And it's just a 30-second timeout TV, so we will keep it here as well. 10:01 to go first quarter. Raiders defense get forced to 3 and out. Gino Smith, a couple of nice plays, but then throws an interception. And the Raiders defense, at least here in the first 2 plays of this on the sudden change, have responded nicely.
Yeah, they've responded nicely because they were able to stop the run early on. Let's try to make the Chicago Bears one-dimensional. If you're stopping the run early on, to me, you're going to force Caleb Williams to have to try to press the ball down the field. I think with this rush, and already you're seeing Jonah Alu get a snap, get a block pass. We saw Thomas Booker beat DOMO in the center early on. So right now, seeing some push from this Raiders front defensively.
Couple tackles for loss already for the Raiders here on defense.
Always scary coming out of a timeout. They've had a little time to talk about it, the Bears. So to me, look for a little gadget gimmick play from Ben Johnson. We know they're used to doing these gimmicky plays coming out of a timeout.
Raiders with 6 defensive backs on the field. The other 5 players lined up like they're coming, including Devin White, who's lined up over the left guard. There's the snap. Quick throw out to the right side, and Crosby bats it in the air. Oh, he got up fast. Caleb took the snap and immediately threw it to the right side. Max is fired up here in the first quarter, and that defensive stop brought to you by Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
I know the Olympics aren't until 2028, but Max he got out of his stance like he was running the 100-meter dash. I mean, he got literally out of his stance, and he immediately went straight. He knew where that play was going. That's got a good job of play recognition by Max Crosby. Immediately got up, got a hand up, almost had an interception for a touchdown.
So Cairo Santos will try a 46-yard field goal just inside the left hash, and he splits the upright. So the Raiders defense limits the damage. The interception thrown by Gino Smith, but it only cost the Raiders a field goal. 3-0 Chicago here, 9:53 to go. First quarter, we'll step aside. You're listening to Raiders football.
Boyd Gaming is a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And if you're a fan, there's no better place to play, to indulge, to feast, to bring your besties, and just win, baby. It's the perfect spot to watch the Raiders game, because we don't do black clouds, just silver linings. Suncoast, the Orleans, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be.
Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
He climbs, he floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards. Proctimus Prime.
Just win, baby.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union, Win Las Vegas, by NV Energy, Boyd.
Parents, say goodbye to haircut struggles. At Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids in Las Vegas, we turn haircuts into a fun adventure with fantasy chairs, indoor slides, and TVs at every station. Kids love the experience, and our friendly stylists make it quick, easy, and tear-free. From first trims to fresh cuts for school, we've got your family covered. Book your appointment online today at the Las Vegas location nearest you. Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids, where haircuts are fun.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders and our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we are sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2025 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
Well, the Bears drive that started at the Raiders 24, went 4 plays and they lost 4 yards. Did not get a minute off the clock. 3-0 Chicago on the Cairo Santos 46-yard field goal. As the Bears about to boot it right to left, back to the Raiders. Raheem Mostert is active today for the first time in a silver and black uniform. He is back, replacing Zamir White on the kickoff team along with Dylan Laube. Santos gets his right leg into it. It's angled towards Laube, near side of the field. He's under it at the 7. He's coming out across the 20. Laube makes a move at the 25, and he's helicoptered right there. Good coverage by the Bears. Carl Jones Jr. just off the practice squad. And so here Gino Smith takes over. Kirk, and you said this during the break, they need to run the football early in drives.
Yeah, because when they get into those third and longs, this is what happened with Gino Smith. He has to need time for those plays to develop, and they're just playing center field safety, watching the eyes of Gino. Gino's eyes took Kevin Byard to that interception.
Raiders on their own 26-yard line. Brock Bowers does start this drive on the field. He only played one snap of that first drive. He is lined up right side. He switches with Jacoby Myers, who moves over to the left slot. Ashton Genty in the backfield. Gino with his left hand motioning to Trey Tucker. Bears showing blitz with Noah Sewell. Gino Smith turns, and on the first play of the drive calls a timeout. He is now turned to Ashton Genty, Kirk, and he doesn't look happy with Ashton Genty at all. Like he didn't know what the play was.
No. I don't know.
And now he's talking to Trey Tucker.
Yeah, it was Trey Tucker. So what happened was he didn't signal for him to motion. Trey Tucker should have been on the line of scrimmage. That time, Jacoby Myers said, hey, I'll take the ball. We all know you have to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. It was about which player was going to take the line of scrimmage. And there was some confusion on that because the routes come off of who's on the line versus who's off.
And we're sitting right next to where our booth here is in the Legion Stadium. We are directly next to the coach's box. And, you looked over, and it was not a huge gasp or anything. They'd rather have this go off well than have a penalty.
Well, I'd rather go 1st and 10 than 1st and 15.
That's right.
So you waste the time out, and you realize, okay, look, let's make sure we're getting things right. But it's hard coming out of a change of possession.
So they're out of the timeout. 2 receivers split to the left. Now they motion Trey Tucker. Gino rolls that way. He fires to Tucker left flat at the 25, head of steam across the 30, and he's double teamed on the far sideline. Byard and Noah Sewell, who's getting the start for the 3rd time this season with the injury to TJ Edwards. But as they motion Trey Tucker right to left across the line, Gino rolled that way and hit him for 9 yards.
Yeah, high percentage throws for Gino, right? Getting him on a run a little bit. Those are like easy layups. Those are the ones, the routine throws. And you get the 5'8", 182 Trey Tucker out there, but he got sandwiched at the end by a big tackle from Kevin Byard.
3 receivers in a triangle to the right side. Ian Thomas back in as the tight end with his hand on the ground on the left. Gino stands up. He's under center. This is 2nd and 1 just over the 35. Bears with 10 near the line. They hand it off. They give it to the receiver. Tucker around the right side. First down. A block at the 40. Near sideline 50. But there is a flag where that block came in at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, it was Jacoby Myers. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, he got the block there, but not legal.
From our vantage point, you can see it develop, and he just didn't know where Tucker was going to turn up at.
Holding offense. Number 16. 10-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
So penalties have been a problem all year, and that is a tough one which negates a 19-yard run by Trey Tucker.
Well, the hard part is this. Trey Tucker is so fast, and you're Jacoby Myers. You're out there on an island, and you're reacting to the defender. So if Tucker turns it up, you want to make sure you're getting in the way of the defender. That time Tucker went to the outside, and it surprised Jacoby Myers. All he had to do was hold on, and that's where we get the penalty game in.
And it's from the spot of the hold. So with the penalty, it's back to 2nd and 6. Jack Besh is on the field for the Raiders. He's lined up to the right side. Gino's under center. Brock Bowers in motion. They hand it off to Genty. Cuts through the middle of the hole. Keeps the legs churning on the left hash mark. Takes it out to the 35. Montez Sweat grabbed him, and Genty carried him for a couple of yards. Sweat lost his mouthpiece, picks it back up. It'll be 3rd down and 1 from the 35-yard line.
That was a nice power run there by Genty. He wasn't much there, but he just lowered his shoulder. He got 5 yards. Should have got 2.
Yep.
Maybe 3 at the most, but now he powers his way to now the Raiders getting a 3rd and 1.
Bowers with Myers and Tucker both to the left side. It is 3rd and 1. Gino was going to do the QB sneak, and the Bears were all over it. They bounced him backwards and made the stop. Daye Odangbo made the tackle, but Andrew Billings, the former Raider, he recognized it, and Kirk, Gino took the snap and had nowhere to go. He had Jordan Meredith on his helmet.
Yeah, he had Jordan Meredith because you mentioned Andrew Billings. To me, this is called film study. They had great film study. They've seen Gino Smith do this a lot. I haven't seen the punting unit come on the
they're
field
not.
yet.
No, the offense is in the huddle. 4th and 1 from their own 35. They tried the QB sneak. The Raiders this year, 3 of 6 on 4th down. Gino Smith under center with 2 on the play clock and 1. He does snap it. He hands it to Genty, and there's nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Back in the Raiders' territory. It's still loose, and the Bears have it. Andrew Billings forced the fumble. Tyreek Stevenson recovers it at the Raiders' 20. And disastrous back-to-back plays with a yard to go.
That's Andrew Billings, 2 plays in a row. He's beating up on Jordan Merritt at the center. All he's doing is just power pressing it. He's just a bench press. He's just pushing Jordan Meredith back. He did it on the play previous, and this time on the run play, he literally just moves Jordan Meredith out of the way, and he did bear hug Ashton Genty, who couldn't even corral the football. Genty fumbled the ball because he couldn't even move because Billings was already in his lap.
So Jordan Meredith just under 300 pounds. Andrew Billings over 340. And the Raiders have turned it over twice here in the first 7.5 minutes of the first quarter. Bears 3, Raiders nothing. Chicago in the red zone to start the drive. The rookie Kyle Monangai, the lone setback. Caleb Williams hands it to him, and he takes a defender, and he's brought down. Caillou Blue-Kelly. Jonah Laulu got his hands on him after a yard. He dragged him forward. He'll give him 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. But man, oh man, and they put the defense in tough spots already.
This is what it is. Sudden change. Let's go. If this is how the game is going to be defensively, you're starting to say, let's do our job. The offense will figure it out. Just do our job. Don't let this team down. Right now, offense not finding ways, but defensively right now, I love the way that this front is not only stopping the run, but confusing Caleb Williams.
Rome Odunze and DJ Moore split out wide right. Odunze already with 4 touchdowns here in his 2nd season in the NFL. It's a handoff to Monangai. Nope, Caleb Williams keeps it around the left side to the near sideline, and Blue-Kelly shoves him out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Caleb Williams faked the inside handoff to Monangai. And it'll be 3rd down and 5 from the Raiders' 15. 3-0 Chicago, 6:20 and counting here in the opening quarter. Gino Smith has an interception. Ashton Genty has a fumble on a 4th and 1. And the defense needs to give the offense another shot here. You hang around as long as you can. And the Bears here in a shotgun. Caleb Williams with 6:05. Monangai stays in the backfield. Odunze the lone, wide out to the right. Working to our left end zone. Raises the leg, takes the snap. They come with a blitz over the middle. It's caught, and it's a 1st down. The slant to the left side, Olamide Zaccheaus in his 7th year out of Virginia, the former Falcon, and it's 1st and goal Chicago.
Well, if you're going to bring pressure, you have to have the right alignment. Darnay Holmes not having the right alignment, he's got to be more to the inside. The throw that will beat you is the one to the inside. That time, him playing toward the outside, that's an easy throw for Caleb Williams. Darnay Holmes has to be a little bit stickier and tighter on the inside. Gave up the easy catch for the 1st down.
10 catches this year for Zaccheaus, their slot receiver. An I formation, the tight end Durham Smythe in front of Monangai in the backfield.
He's checking away from the safety.
He moves Smythe over to the right. It's a play fake. Caleb Williams rolls to the near side. He's got Raiders all over him. And Jermaine Pratt stayed with him and swung him down to the turf at the 13. That is a 4-yard loss. It was a designed boot to the near sideline. Jermaine Pratt not fooled at all.
Do your job. That's what it is. Do your job. Now, Jermaine Pratt could have left and went to go follow the ball carrier, but he stayed home, did his job. So when Caleb Williams came from the fake, it was like, wait, 57's already here. Nice job by Jermaine Pratt staying home, doing his job.
Designed run. It goes down as a tackle for a loss, not a sack. There's offense. 2nd and goal on the 13. Odunze and Moore stacked to the right. They move Cole Kmet over there too. Caleb Williams back to throw. Pressure again to the back of the end zone. Over the head of Odunze on the far left corner. He was streaking from all the way on the right side to the back left pylon. And Williams was not really stationary, trying to float it to the left side. And it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, because Jonah Laulu was bearing down. And I think he can feel. He's feeling Max Crosby bearing down. He knows he doesn't have a lot of time, so he's rushed that throw. Had he had time to throw, probably could have had a better throw and an opportunity for a catch, but he just had to get rid of it because he felt that rush of the Raiders.
Laulu checked out. Tyree Wilson checks in. And he's right next to Max Crosby. They're both over the right tackle. Middle of the field's open. Caleb Williams in an empty set with 1 on the play clock. Claps his hands, gets the ball, back to throw. Over the middle, blocked up in the air, and picked off by Max! Crosby to the near sideline at the 30! Oh, he's out of bounds at the 36! What an individual effort by the Condor, who has the interception, and the Raiders defense just keeping him in the ballgame.
Do what you do, Max. Do what you do. He's lined up on the outside. One of the greatest loopers in NFL history, because he loops all the way to the inside, realizes he's not going to get there. Puts both hands up, knocks it, and then gets an interception. That should be interception number 2, but we'll take 1. Raiders get the football.
Max Crosby has done it all here in the first quarter. And despite the tough offense, the Raiders only down a field goal, 3-0 with 4:16 to go in the first. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Rahan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law, here to give you some facts before you pick an injury lawyer. Fact 1. A lot of lawyers say they're the best, but only Naqvi won Best of Las Vegas Gold 11 straight times. Fact 2. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Naqvi at 702-INJURED.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Santa Maria, California, one way for as low as $44. Must be purchased by 10/12/2025 for travel between 9/18/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Raiders set up on their own 34 with Gino Smith under center. He rolls, gets out of the sack from Noah Sewell. He's escaping into the near sideline with a blocker, 35-40, and he steps out of bounds after picking up the first down. They'll spot him short. They say he only picked up 9. Gino Smith had Noah Sewell in his face and somehow got out of there for 9. But back to the interception, Kirk. The first career interception for Max Crosby in his 7th season.
Yeah, I keep saying it should have been 2. He should have had 1 earlier, but this was just a great job by Max reading the pressure in that he couldn't get to the quarterback, was able to get his hands up, tips the ball in the air, able to grab the interception. Big play for what the Raiders needed.
No question about that. 2nd and 1 on their own 43. Gino Smith is under center. The Bears look like they moved. They did not. Now there is a flag in the air, and they will stop this. Andrew Billings went into the neutral zone, but did the Raiders flinch first? It looks like this is going to be a first down on a Bears penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense, number 97. 5-yard penalty. It results in a first down.
So you can already see what the conversation was on the sideline. We got to vary our snap count. Because right now, Andrew Billings is getting a good break on the ball. So what are they doing? You got to change up the snap count. That's how you already got a little free 5 yards.
Yeah, Andrew Billings completely dominated the last drive. He stopped a 3rd and 1 QB sneak. And then on 4th and 1 from the Raiders' own 35, he got in the backfield and forced an Ashton Genty fumble. Raiders with 2 first-quarter giveaways, and yet they have the ball with a chance to take the lead. Been remarkable defense. 1st and 10, the ball right in the shield on the 48. They work left to right. It's a run to Genty. Big hole across the 50, legs churning, and he's down to the Bears' 44. He met Tremaine Edmonds about 4 yards before he got taken to the turf.
I wonder, did he charge Tremaine Edmonds for that ride he just gave him? Gave him a little extra 5 yards. That was an Uber X ride right there, as he gave him 5 extra yards on that run. Nice downhill, decisive run again from Ashton Genty.
And again, statistically, 5 carries, 10 yards. But he's had a couple of those that you want. 5 yards here, 8 yards there. That one goes for 7. Just a couple of lost plays, and then the lost fumble took away all that yardage. 2nd down and 3.
He sees the safety left.
Genty gets it again, cuts it to the left. That's the first down across the 40. Feet still turning, and finally brought down at the 33. Taken down with Shamar Turner, his fellow rookie, on his back. But by far, this is the best the running game has looked all year.
So great players make things happen. They're trying to run this away from the safety, but Ashton Genty still sees the safety, overcommits to the inside, and he goes where the safety vacated. That's a nice job of vision by Ashton Genty, going where the safety vacated and got the big yards.
Trey Tucker out of the huddle, splits out to the right side. 1:55 first quarter, Raiders down 3-0. Pistol formation for Gino. Brock Bowers moves over to the left side of the formation. It's a play fake. It's a roll. He's got Bowers at the 33 and a little bit of space. Lowers the shoulder and brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup on a nice rollout. Nick McLeod, the nickel corner, made the stop.
Yeah, Brock Bowers lowering the shoulder at the end. That was a great finish by Brock Bowers. He's got that big knee brace that you mentioned, and I think you may have to bring somebody in because McLeod, yeah. I mentioned, Brock Bowers gave him a nice little finish at the end, and McLeod got up really slow. Now they stopped
They did.
They stopped play to get him out of the game.
When they stopped play, as he's holding his left shoulder,
he
does trot over to the Bears sideline.
He's headed to the tent.
Yeah, they're gonna push that. By the way, for those of you who have never been in the stadium, the tent is down. And then when the player needs to come over, then they're like, oh, let's put this thing up. And it's not like how I do a tent, which takes forever. Theirs is up in 3 seconds. Officially a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Raiders in Bears territory at the 28. Ian Thomas split out wide left, now back near the formation on the left side. Gino walks up to the line. He's talking to Jordan Meredith. Now he's back in the shotgun, and he's got Genty on his left side. Still 7 on the play clock. Takes the snap. Smith back to throw. Good protection with a blitz. Steps up in the pocket. Gino's going to take off, and he's got room. Down the sideline, 20. Gino with a pump fake at the 10, and he walks out of bounds at the 8-yard line. 19 yards on the scramble for Gino Smith. And the Raiders with a 1st and goal late in the first quarter.
I don't know about you, Jason, but when I'm on the plane, the stewardess always says, look to your left, look to your right, find your nearest exit. That's what Gino Smith did there. He was in the pocket, nowhere to go. He looked right. Oh, I found an exit. Got to the sideline. There was nobody there. Bunch of green grass, and a terrific job of Gino seeing it, getting what you need, and get out of bounds.
Raiders at 55 yards rushing here in the first quarter. Brock Bowers slot left. 1st and goal at the Bears 8, down 3-0. Gino Smith walks up to the line. There's only 3 left on the play clock. Don't know if he sees it with 2 and with 1. Pete Carroll's down the near sideline. They didn't see it, and this is a delay of game.
Did they get it?
No, they got the timeout.
They got it.
Pete Carroll did get the timeout with 18 seconds left in the first quarter. That is the 2nd timeout for the Raiders here in the first. But this too important of a drive. And you think about where this game has gone.
Right.
The Raiders offense, an interception where the Bears were then set up on the 25 of Las Vegas. A fumble where the Bears were set up on the 20 of Las Vegas. And it's only 3-0 because the defense has held the Bears to 10 yards of offense on 3 drives.
Yeah, this defensive front has come to play today. They are doing their job, which is trying to frustrate Caleb Williams. And right now the rush getting to Williams at his Bears offense.
Out of the timeout, still 1st and goal on the Bears 8. Myers, Tucker, and Bowers all split out wide left. Shotgun to Gino. He's looking right. Now comes across the middle to the end zone, and it's behind Bowers and incomplete. He was racing left to right. Noah Sewell in coverage, and even a healthy Bowers, I don't know if he hauls that in. It's behind his left shoulder.
Well, the only thing I don't like when you throw down here inside the 10-yard line, Jason, you're always taught for the quarterback to throw it low and away. Low and away. You throw it up high. We've seen too many passes get tipped in the air. That's how interceptions happen. We'd love to see Gino put that a little lower down to the outside for Brock. Let him go down and get it.
Clock stopped at 13 seconds here in the first. 2nd and goal from the 8. Gino Smith is under center. Ashton the setback. Motion man is Tucker. Gino Smith rolls out to his left. He's got Genty in the flat. Catches it at the 5. Makes the turn into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Ashton Genty, his first career receiving touchdown. And the Raiders capitalize off the Max Crosby pick, march down the field, and take a 6-3 late first quarter lead.
What a job by Gino Smith. He knew that he had Ashton Genty one-on-one with the linebacker, Sewell. He got him to the outside, but he had to put the ball out there. And the adjustment made by Ashton Genty, he had to turn and catch and still keep that balance, that elite contact balance of why he was drafted 6th overall, showed on that last one as he dove into the end zone. That's an outstanding job by Genty getting the touchdown. You mentioned his first receiving touchdown as a Raider.
An 8-yard score with Daniel Carlson on to add the extra point. Cole puts it down, kick is up and through, and that PAT brought to you by Credit One Bank. Credit One Bank, the official bank of the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas, despite the 2 turnovers on its first 2 drives, has a lead. 7-3 over Chicago, 8 seconds to go in the first. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Raiders tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Raiders and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff, like tailgating with your friends and fam. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Raiders.
Official Raiders fan cruise presented by Seaside Events. It's back bringing you a once-in-a-lifetime fan to see in March 2026. Autograph, legendary fan events, and unforgettable memories, all while sailing the Pacific to the coastal gems of Ensenada, Mexico, and Catalina Island. The best part, you won't be watching from the sidelines. This time you'll be part of it. Raider fan cruise, making Raider Nation's dreams come true since 2025. Book now at RaidersFanCruise.com.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan, price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Tim Case back inside the Silver and Black Studios with the scoreboard update brought to you by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. They're starting the third quarter in Kansas City. Ravens a 7-3 lead over the Chiefs. Lamar Jackson a 11-yard touchdown pass to Justice Hill. 5.5 minutes to go first half in Los Angeles. The 3-0 Colts with a 10-6 lead over the Rams. 8 minutes to go first half in Santa Clara. The Jacksonville Jaguars, next to a Travis Etienne touchdown, they lead the 49ers 7-3. Back inside Allegiant, Jason Kirk, guys.
All right, Tim, thank you. And don't know if they have today, but heading into this game, and we will see the Colts next week in Indy, 1 punt, Kirk, through 3 games. It is the fewest of any team since at least 1940. 1 punt?
We don't even know you know who the punter's name is?
By the way, they haven't punted today, so it's 1 punt through 3 games in 2 quarters.
So I had to look it up because no one knows his name, but Rigoberto Sanchez is the punter.
Sure.
For Indianapolis.
Yeah, Rigoberto.
Yeah, you don't know him because he doesn't work.
No.
He doesn't work he just goes out there for holding on the kicks. That's about it. But
Speaking of kickoffs, Daniel Carlson, a low line drive that bounces at the 13. Luther Burden threw a big hole, and he's tripped up. Ooh, Dylan Laube might have gotten a piece. Otherwise, that was a massive hole for Burden through the 30-yard line. But the Raiders defense back out. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football. Four seconds to go, first quarter. Raiders 7, Bears 3. This is about to be the 4th drive for the Bears here in this first quarter. They have 10 yards. Max Crosby is playing he's going to be playing like he's the AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Caleb Williams is going to throw, and it's Crosby in his face. He dumps it to DeAndre Swift. There's a flag down, and he's tracked down on the right side by Adam Butler.
Illegal shift.
Yep. But again, I know Max Crosby is playing a guy making his first start, but he looks like he's playing against the varsity high school player.
Offense, number 15. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
That is Roma Dunze. Now, there are zeros on the clock here, so
I think we're supposed to go to the next down, right? Next quarter.
Yeah, I think Adrian Hill's about to make that announcement.
Yeah.
And here it is. Yeah, that is the end of the first quarter. So the end of the first quarter comes with the Bears losing more yards. Raiders 7, Bears 3, Chicago with 10 yards of offense as we head to the second quarter. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by Cox Business, powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, choose chill, an official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. You in? Must be 21 or over to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Touchdown, Brock Bowers!
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Raiders football is brought to you by Karma Automotive, the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. Taste the spirit of Aloha. Kaloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Drink responsibly. Experience the future of payments with Shift4, the official payment partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to learn more.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
We are through the first quarter of Raiders football, which is presented by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Along with Kirk Morrison, Jason Horwitz. 7-3, we start the second quarter as the Bears now move left to right. Chicago, 3 drives in the first quarter. 3-and-out punt, 3-and-out. They kicked the field goal after losing yards, and then a interception thrown to Max Crosby from Caleb Williams, who's back to pass on 1st and 15. Fires far sideline, caught. Cole Kmet on a shallow out route picks up 5. It'll be 2nd down and 10. They are playing without their first-round pick, Colston Loveland. Tight end out of Michigan is out today with a hip injury. We talked about, Kirk, not having their starting right tackle, Darnell Wright, who was the 10th overall pick in 2023. And it has looked like that they are missing a key piece to their offensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. Max Crosby's just kind of really having his day so far, so they're going to have to find ways to slow Max down with the starting right tackle out.
Max has a tackle for a loss. He's got an interception and another pass defended. 2nd down and 10. Roma Dunze motions left to right. Caleb Williams looks that way, fires. He's caught. Zacchaeus at the 35, spun down at the 39. Inside the numbers on the right side, Jeremy Chinn made the stop. It's a yard shy of the marker. 3rd down and 1 coming up for Chicago. They have 1 first down in this ballgame and 24 yards of offense. Remember, they are coming off last week's game where it was what people were calling perfect, right? 4 touchdown passes, no pre-snap penalties, no turnovers, no sacks allowed.
But they did it against the Cowboys, one of the worst teams in the NFL.
That's
so
right.
It doesn't matter.
Certainly one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
I'm sorry.
Caleb Williams is under center with DeAndre Swift as tailback. Extra tight end on both sides. He moves Cole Kmet left to right. Oh, Caleb tripped out of the snap. He kept his feet. He's rolling to the right. Max giving chase. He fires downfield. Incomplete. Roma Dunze angling towards the Raiders bench on the Las Vegas 45, but that play was doomed from the beginning because as Caleb Williams came out from under center, he tripped.
Yeah, he tripped, it looks like, on Dahlman's feet. Remember, Dahlman's been getting whipped up front by Thomas Booker, so he tries to get back and retreat as soon as possible. And right now, I'm looking on the sideline right now. There is no punt unit coming out.
Ben Johnson going to go for it.
Raiders
went for it on their own 35 on 4th and 1. and then fumbled. Their Bears are going for it too. 4th and a full 1. Caleb Williams snaps. He rolls near side, dumps it. It's a first down. DeAndre Swift shoved out of bounds by Chin. They pick up 7 on 4th and 1, and the Bears will keep the ball here with 13:25 in the half, down 7-3.
You thought you had him there, but all he went was play pass to the right. Rolling to his right was Gino Smith, the RPO. This was the run-pass option in terms of if he doesn't have Swift open right now, he had the ability to go run for the first down. Only needed a yard. They got more than that.
Komet and Zacchaeus split out wide left as they break huddle. 3 tight ends on the field, including Steven Carlson. Caleb's going to throw again. Williams settles in the pocket. Open man at the Bears 35. It's Cole Komet with a head of steam to the 25, and he's met by a couple of Raiders at the 24-yard line. That is a massive pickup for Chicago. It goes for 29 yards, and there was nobody within 7 yards of Cole Komet when he caught the football.
Yeah, there's a little bit of confusion now. Charles Snowden enters the football game. He's on the outside, and so Snowden goes and takes the flat, and it looks like it put the linebacker Devin White does he take the flat or does he go for the tight end? The tight end's wide open right behind Devin White. I think Devin White's looking at the flat. He should have had the tight end right behind him.
So the Bears doubled their yardage here in the first half on that one play. Fresh set of downs. 3 tight ends all in, and they're all split out. Caleb Williams in the shotgun. Good protection over the middle. He's got Komet. It's off his helmet and almost picked off. Oh, he threw it right down the middle of the field. Komet had it bounce right off his shoulder pad at the 8 and pull him out. Almost got his hands underneath it for an interception.
Well, this is the same thing again. Tight end running wide open. The Raiders right now are in their base coverage. So they've got 3 linebackers on the field. That time Komet was wide open. He dropped what could have been a for sure gain inside the 5-yard line.
Well, and you got those guys on the field because the Bears were playing with 3 tight ends.
Yeah.
But the tight ends are all split out wide. And now Bears again late in the huddle. There's down to 9 seconds, and the Bears are still in the huddle. They snap their hands. They clap their hands. There's down to 4. Down to 3. Caleb Williams in the shotgun. He does get the snap off. He keeps it. He fumbles with Crosby in his face. Oh, and somehow Caleb Williams came up on top of the football at the 31. He lost 7 yards, but as soon as he took the snap, again, Max Crosby with a head of steam got in there, but I don't think he hit him. I think Caleb lost it before he got in.
Yeah, that play was doomed from the beginning. You mentioned it. They got out of the huddle late. They rushed to the line of scrimmage. Caleb Williams was trying to run an RPO. Max Crosby just was not fooled. He took the quarterback. The ball bounces in the air, and almost Jamal Adams was able to come pick it up. Almost got there. Would have returned it probably for a big gain or even a touchdown.
Yeah. How big would a defensive touchdown be right now? 3rd down and 16 for Chicago. They are 1 of 4 on 3rd down.
Raiders got that umbrella prevent defense right now in the back end.
Yeah, with 6 defensive backs. They take the snap. Caleb Williams back to throw. Again, pressure. And he's sacked again! Tyree Wilson up the middle with his 2nd sack, and Caleb Williams slow to get up. That drops him for another loss of 9. And now we'll see if Chicago's out of field goal range. It would be a 58-yarder.
Well, what's the thing? Inside pressure. Inside pressure. It's been there all game long. It's been either you line up at the end and loop to the inside. This time, it's just Tyree Wilson. He just comes right off the center, Dahlman. Dahlman is getting worked. And we're going to keep sending pressures on number 52, the center, Dahlman, who lets Tyree Wilson in free for the sack.
They are going to punt it. Cairo Santos, who has been so good from 50-plus the last 2 years, they're going to keep him on the sideline instead of a 58-yard field goal. So Torrey Taylor will try and pin Trey Tucker deep. He's angling to the far sideline. Tucker's not even going to fake like he's going to let it go catch it, and he lets it go over his head, and it was the right decision. He goes bounding towards the back of the end zone for a touchback, and it is only a net of 20. Raiders 7, Bears 3. Raiders get the football on their own 20. Timeout. You're listening to Raiders football.
Raider Nation, in this game when the stakes are high, the best don't miss. And that's what sets Ford apart. With the reliability of F-150 to the big playability of Super Duty to the capability of Maverick, Ford trucks are ready to lead the way when it matters most. And that's what makes Ford the #1 selling truck brand in Nevada. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders. Based on SEP Global Mobility Retail U.S. new vehicle registrations for the truck vehicle type CYTD October 2024.
Boyd Gaming is a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And if you're a fan, there's no better place to play, to indulge, to feast, to bring your besties, and just win, baby. It's the perfect spot to watch the Raiders game, because we don't do black clouds, just silver linings. Suncoast, the Orleans, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be.
Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Parents, say goodbye to haircut struggles. At Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids in Las Vegas, we turn haircuts into a fun adventure with fantasy chairs, indoor slides, and TVs at every station. Kids love the experience, and our friendly stylists make it quick, easy, and tear-free. From first trims to fresh cuts for school, we've got your family covered. Book your appointment online today at the Las Vegas location nearest you. Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids, where haircuts are fun.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
He climbs, he floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards. Brocktimus Prime.
Just win, baby.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union, Win Las Vegas, by NV Energy, Boyd.
Raiders 7, Bears 3. And if you're just joining us, Las Vegas weathered turnovers on each of its first 2 drives that set the Bears up inside the Raiders 25. Yet here we are with a 7-3 lead, thanks to the play of Max Crosby and the defense, which has been outstanding. Raiders take over in a pistol formation for Gino Smith. Ashton Genty coming off his first career receiving touchdown on the last drive. Smith with his hands out wide. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Talking to his offensive line. He gets the snap. He gives it to Genty, trying to dance into the hole, and he loses a yard. That was going nowhere from the get-go. Jervon Dexter, along with Montez Sweat, stood him up, and it's a loss of 1.
Yeah, that's like a late developing play. Didn't really have a decisiveness to it, right? It was basically hand off and go find a place. Go find somewhere to run. So, to me, a little difficult to find a place to run when basically that defense just took off.
Well, and all of this for the Bears on a Chicago defense led for the first year by Dennis Allen, the former Raiders head coach, who was with the Saints for a long time. And this Bears defense gave up a lot of points to the Lions week 2. Genty again spins out of a tackle, spins forward for a pickup of about 3. Again, it was Andrew Billings, though, Kirk, into the backfield, which made him spin forward and get off of his track. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, Billings is having himself a day so far. He's been getting off on the football, and that time Ashton Genty was able to spin out to get some positive yards, and instead of 3rd and 10 plus, it's a little manageable 3rd and 7 here, but Gino Smith has to get rid of the football quickly. Can't hold on to it and throw another interception. Right now, Bears showing pressure too.
On 3rd and 7. And Gino was in the shotgun. Now he walks up. Every play has been Ashton Genty. They have not taken him off the field here on any offensive snap yet. 3rd down and 7. Bears come with just 4. Gino in the pocket. Fires down the middle. And it is picked off again. Kevin Byard for the 2nd time. And he's brought down on the far sideline by Jackson Powers Johnson at the 24. But the 3rd first half turnover by the Raiders sets up Chicago inside the 25 for the 3rd time in the first half.
But it's the same thing. Kevin Byard is just playing center field. He just sits there in the back, and all he does is watch Gino Smith. Gino Smith's eyes takes him to the football each and every single time. So when he gets to that 3rd and long, like I'm saying, Gino's got to get rid of the football right away. He keeps holding on to the ball, and I get it. He's allowing the routes to develop, but the longer you hold on to the football, how easy it is for a guy like Kevin Byard, a veteran, to step in front of another pass for an interception.
Well, turnovers were the biggest bugaboo for the offense last year, but 3 turnovers in the first half for the Raiders. After the 3 interception game in week 2 against the Chargers, Caleb Williams is under center. He hands it off to DeAndre Swift, cuts through the hole, breaks the tackle, and he's spun down by Chin on the left hash mark at the 18-yard line. Picked up 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Raiders defense, Kirk, has bailed out this team.
Yeah, they have.
Because if it's for the play of the offense here, I know we had that long drive, but the turnovers are killing this team, and yet the defense has somehow kept them with a lead.
Yeah, it's been bend, don't break throughout this entire game.
DJ Moore is lined up in the backfield. The wide receiver. It's a handoff inside. Luther Burden tracked down.
Man, stop it.
Max Crosby read it. He moved DJ Moore like they were going to run the option to the right, and he handed it off to the other receiver, Luther Burden, on the left side. And Max Crosby was on his shoulder pads. He dropped it for a loss of 3.
He almost handed it off to Max Crosby. Max read that play from the beginning, and you thought he almost handed it to Max Crosby, how fast he got into the backfield. Max Crosby is having himself a game.
Yeah.
He's getting off right in front of Caleb Williams, just frustrating him.
Yeah, he and Kevin Byard are going toe-to-toe for the Defensive Player of the Week honors. Down to 6. Caleb Williams gets the snap. He's looking at pressure. He rolls out to the right side, fires. It's caught. Zacchaeus at the 15. He falls forward. We'll see where they spot him. Devin White made the tackle just inside the right numbers, and it looks, Kirk, like he's got enough for the first down.
I don't know. The spot right here by this near side officials, to me,
yeah,
just
give him the first
enough.
down. Yep.
I would love to see a replay on that one, because I thought he was just a half a yard short. I think that's what Pete Carroll's down there on the sideline right now, just thinking about it. And I'm watching these Raiders coaches up here right now. They're getting another look at it.
Well, you can challenge the spot. Replay assist has not called down to say this. Pete Carroll's holding the red. Yep, there it is. He challenges the spot. He doesn't think he got there.
I'm watching the Raiders coaches right next to us in our booth, and we're all watching the same replay. And to me, it looks like Zacchaeus was touched before that ball could get across what we think is the line of the game.
He had to get to the 14-yard line. Pete Carroll is challenging the ruling on the field.
Las Vegas is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed catch and reaching the line of the game for a first down. Timeout.
So we'll take a timeout while they take a look at this. If it's an unsuccessful challenge, the Raiders will be out of timeouts for the half. We'll find out when we come back. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Taste the authentic flavors of Hawaii with Kula Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's rich and smooth. With every sip, you'll discover the spirit of aloha. It isn't just rum, it's Kula Rum. Award-winning, distinctly different, and uniquely Hawaiian. Kula Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Must be at least 21. Please drink responsibly.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Are you looking to up your game day? Join the nation at the Raiders Masquerade VIP Tailgate, the ultimate pregame experience for you to enjoy live music with unlimited food, unlimited drinks, and non-stop party vibes, all before the Raiders kick off at Allegiant Stadium. Go to RaidersExperiences.com today to book this exclusive tailgate experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
Referee Adrian Hill announced to the crowd during the timeout that the call on the field of a first down stands. And so it's an unsuccessful challenge for Pete Carroll, and the Raiders, with 6:51 to go before halftime, are out of timeouts, leading 7-3 over the Bears, who are in the red zone. Kirk, unbelievably here, they're inside the 25, not the red zone, but they're inside the 25 for the third time in the ball game. And all three of them have been because they started there due to Raiders turnovers.
Yeah, and the Raiders defense has just found a way to just hold. And this is another big opportunity, hopefully, for the Raiders defense. Being in these situations, sudden change, having to go out there and try to save the day. But that's what you got to do. Bow your neck when you're needed.
So 1st and 10 out of the timeout. Roma Dunze split out wide left. Doesn't have a catch yet today. Caleb Williams under center. It's a run play to the left side and drilled. Jamal Adams got into the backfield and dropped DeAndre Swift for a loss of 2.
Yeah, there was no way they were blocking Jamal Adams. He saw that play develop, and right now they're getting some good keys defensively. And when I say keys, Jason, I'm talking about they're seeing the play happen before the ball's almost even snapping. Because once the ball is snapped, there's a Raider in every position when it comes to the run game.
2nd down and 11 from the 16. Raiders 7, Bears 3. Working to the end zone to our right on the left hash mark. Zacchaeus and Adunze both split out wide right. Williams under center. He moves the tight end in an I formation. Running play again, and again, nothing. DeAndre Swift tracked down from behind by Devin White. He came over the right side of the offensive line and brought him down behind the left side of the offensive line.
The Raiders are a step ahead again. That time they're understanding the blocking scheme. They're having a tough time blocking Max, so they're putting one guy on Max, and that time Devin White playing off of Max was able to make the play in the backfield.
Can the Raiders defense do it again? They've done it all half. Empty set for Caleb Williams. He's got a stop sign with his hand to the offensive line. They still got 10 on the play clock, but they don't like it. Ben Johnson takes a timeout. So the Bears are down to 1 timeout with 5:34 to go. Raiders 7, Bears 3. All right, so we started this. I said a lot of weird things happen around the NFL today.
Yeah.
I would categorize this as a weird game.
Yeah.
Raiders 3 turnovers. Bears set up 3 times inside the Raiders 25 and have 3 points to show for it.
We always say this, the first 4 weeks of the season are kind of like preseason, right? I mean, I know nobody wants to hear that. It shouldn't be, but you kind of feel that way. Some teams are feeling their way out a little bit. You've got multiple injuries on multiple teams. And so you're really just trying to figure out who or what your identity is offensively. And it's all around the league. It's not just the Raiders. It's not just the Bears. We're talking about what's going on in Kansas City right now with the Ravens, right? You're looking at today, the Chargers lose to the New York Giants. It's just football in the month of September.
Bears can get a first down. 3rd down and 11. They need to get to the 4. Triangle receivers to the right. Odunze goes in motion. Quick throw. He's got DJ Moore at the 20 with a couple of blockers to the 10, and a flag flies. And he's brought down at the 7. Darnay Holmes and Stokes combined on the tackle, but this is going to be a holding call against Chicago.
Yeah, they got to bring him back.
Well, here's the question. Do you want 4th and 3, or do you want it to make it 3rd and 21?
I'll do 3rd and 21 because you're down here tight in the red zone. So,
holding offense, number 14. 10-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
So they quickly threw it out to the flat, and they had their receivers blocking, and Zacchaeus called for the holding. Well, my question to you, though, Kirk, is it's 4th and 3. You assume, I mean, I guess he thinks Ben Johnson's going to go for it instead of kick a field goal.
Well, what's in his DNA? His DNA is that they're going for it on 4th and 3. I'd rather back it up. Because right now, the way that their offense has been playing, you're rolling the dice. You're going for it on 4th and 3. I like the decision from Pete Carroll right there.
Well, the Bears have been so good on 3rd down this year. Today, though, just 2 of 7. Officially 3rd down and 19 from the 23. DJ Moore, the lone wideout, out to the right. Williams gets the shotgun snap. It's a delayed handoff, and it's a loss of more. Malcolm Kuntz dropped DeAndre Swift in a slow developing play for a loss of 2 more.
Man, he looked like a Las Vegas security guard standing at the front door and let you in. He got the football, Swift did, and guess who's standing right there? It was Malcolm Kuntz. Like, nah, let me see your ID. No ID, you can't get in, and took him down for a loss.
Kirk, the Raiders defense has 7 tackles for loss here in the first half. Now, Max Crosby has 3 of those, but Tyree Wilson's got a sack. Jamal Adams. So Cairo Santos, who in the first quarter hit from 46, this time will line it up from 43 yards on the right hash. High snap, put down, kick is heading up and in. He snuck it through the left upright, but the Raiders defense again holds. 3 times the Bears have taken over inside the Raiders 25, and yet all Chicago has 6 points. Raiders 7, Bears 6. 4:22 to go before halftime. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
At Intermountain Health, We believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
Raiders football is brought to you by Allegiant Air. Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Go on. Get a little out there. Travel beyond Nevada's neon glow. Drive where the stars sparkle and the desert goes and goes. Visit a world apart. See some funky art. Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart. Go on. Get a little out there. Start planning your trip at travelnevada.com.
Raiders football is brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights, book now only at Allegiant.com. We are inside Allegiant Stadium. Raiders 7, Bears 6. Max Crosby has had himself a Hall of Fame half. First career interception, 3 tackles for a loss. Kickoff coming to our right. Dylan Lowby backs up to the 2 and he's got to come out. He's got the 10 and the 20 near side, 25-30. Cuts towards the middle and he's brought down at the numbers by Hardy at the 36, but a solid return. Kirk, his momentum was carrying him all the way back to the end zone, and yet he somehow brought it out on a 38-yard return.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you're hoping the ball goes in the end zone so you can take the knee and bring it out to the 35, but you mentioned it. That ball lands in what they call the landing zone from the 20 to the goal line. You got to bring it out. And that time it worked out for the Raiders.
All right, so the offense has 3 turnovers. Gino Smith has thrown 2 picks to Kevin Byard, and they have a lead. And they'll get the ball to start the second half. This is a crucial 4:15 of the second quarter. Smith is under center. He moves. Trey Tucker in motion. It's a handoff off left guard to Ashton Genty. Stutters through the hole. And he's got the speed to the near side. Genty to the 30. Breaks a tackle 20. Genty. Good. Deuces goodbye. Ashton Genty, a 64-yard touchdown. And for the first time in his Raiders career, he breaks one off to the end zone.
I saw it right away. I just felt it. You saw he broke through the initial line of scrimmage, and once he got to daylight, he gone. That was Ashton Genty, Boise State Ashton Genty. This time he traded in the blue turf for the green grass in Vegas. Ashton doing the Ashton Genty jump for a touchdown.
Well, Kevin Byard might have 2 interceptions, but he's also got Ashton Genty's cleats on his left leg. Just stomped over him at the 20 to break that tackle. 1 play, touchdown drive. Extra point put up and through. And that PAT by Daniel Carlson brought to you by Credit One Bank. Credit One Bank, the official bank of the Las Vegas Raiders. You want to know why you draft a running back 6th overall? We just saw it. Ashton Genty, a 64-yard touchdown run to look like the guy who was the Heisman runner-up last year. Raiders 14, Bears 6, 4:03 to go in the second quarter. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Are you looking to up your game day? Join the nation at the Raiders Masquerade VIP Tailgate, the ultimate pregame experience for you to enjoy live music with unlimited food, unlimited drinks, and non-stop party vibes, all before the Raiders kick off at Allegiant Stadium. Go to RaidersExperiences.com today to book this exclusive tailgate experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
Karma Automotive proudly serves as the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. As America's first and only ultra-luxury automaker, from our Cavea 1,000 horsepower Super Coupe to the Rivero, the extended range sedan, Karma blends supernatural innovation with American ingenuity. We are shaping the future of automotive aspiration. For assigned drivers only. Reserve your Karma at karmaautomotive.com.
Whether you're courtside or poolside, in a box suite or penthouse suite, on the sideline or a zip line, there's no better place than Vegas to be part of the action. In the arena and out on the town. The loudest cheers, the brightest lights, and the sweetest celebrations. Wherever your night takes you, welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. Plan your trip today at visitlasvegas.com.
Tim Cates back inside the Silver and Black Studios with a scoreboard update brought to you by Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. 2.5 minutes to go. First half in Kansas City. Chiefs out in front of the Ravens, 13-7. Patrick Mahomes, a 4-yard touchdown pass to Juju Smith-Schuster. Colts and Rams are at the half in Los Angeles. Rams a 13-10 lead. In Santa Clara, under a minute to go. Jaguars a 14-6 lead over the 49ers. Back out to Allegiant. Jason Kirk, guys.
Tim, they just played the 64-yard touchdown call here inside of Allegiant Stadium with all the excitement from the booth. I don't know if it was louder here or if it was louder in the Horowitz household where I heard all three kids screaming. But Ashton Genty with a 64-yard rushing touchdown, the longest NFL rushing touchdown this season. And it brings up the look of what everyone has in their mind of what he did last year at Boise State.
Yeah, I know that excites a lot of fantasy owners who had him on, like, what do I do? What do I do? And now there you go. You got the Ashton Genty touchdown we've been waiting for.
Carlson line drive kickoff bounces at the 10. It's in the hands of Duvernay. He's weaving his way through across the 25. And he's brought down at the 27-yard line. Jack Besh in on the tackle along with Chris Smith. Later in the broadcast, we'll announce the player of the game brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. Ashton Genty, his first career 2-touchdown game, one on the ground. His first career receiving touchdown was an 8-yarder. Max Crosby is having a Hall of Fame half. That's a lot of guys to choose from. He's got 3 tackles. They are all tackles for loss. He also has his first career interception and a forced fumble in the half. And the Raiders are up 14-6 in a half where they have turned it over 3 times. Chicago starts with Caleb Williams under center on his own 29-yard line. It's a play fake. He's got plenty of time. He's looking downfield. He dumps it out to the flat, and it's thrown incomplete. It was at the feet of DeAndre Swift, and there's a late flag, and Max Crosby is talking to the official, pleading his case.
He's pleading, but they're double teaming. They got 2 tight ends and
there's no foul on the play. Second out.
He's pleading his case. It's frustrating. He's got 2 guys in his face every single play, and I think on the end, just a little frustration by Max of saying, hey, they can't play past the whistle. No call.
Well, the things we talked about coming into this game, the offensive line has to play better, and you need to see Max Crosby have those type of plays in the first half to get the defense going, and they've all happened. Caleb Williams fires near side. Cole Kmet catches it at the 35, and he takes Jamal Adams for a ride out across the 40. Falls forward to the 42-yard line, so with 13 yards to the tight end, his 3rd catch of the half. 3 catches for 45 yards to lead the Bears. Caleb Williams coming off the remarkable game he had last week. He is 10 of 18, Kirk, for 80 yards and a pick.
What one thing you've seen so far is the Raiders are playing great umbrella top-down defense. They're not giving up the big plays that you saw last week versus the Cowboys. They're keeping everything in front of them. So you're seeing wide open guys get those scores, but they're not turning those into big plays.
2 tight ends set, both to the right of the line. Luther Burden in the game. He motions far left. Williams is under center with a 1st and 10 on their own 42. Again with a play fake. Settles. Again good protection. Dumps it down short. It's caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's chased out of bounds. Far sideline, Jamal Adams again. He is all over the field when DeAndre Swift goes out of the backfield. It picks up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 inside of 3 minutes to go in the half.
Well, because I love when the Raiders go with this big nickel. The big nickels, when they bring in Jamal Adams, he plays a linebacker / hybrid safety position. So they're not afraid to put him out there in space. That's one-on-one. Jamal Adams on DeAndre Swift in space, and Jamal Adams wins.
Williams again under center. An I backfield. Durham Smythe playing the role of the fullback. Cole Kmet motions now back towards the right side. Toss play to the right. Man out there. DeAndre Swift breaks a tackle as he cut inside. And he takes it out to the 50. J.J. Pegues, the rookie out of Ole Miss. Speaking of tight ends, played fullback, who had all those rushing touchdowns in college. He is active for the first time in his Raiders career, the 6th round pick, and he made the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Now you're approaching the 2-minute warning, and now we've got it. So this 3rd down play will come up after the 2-minute warning. And their TV's showing Ben Johnson, and he is livid. He is livid at the pace because he knows a couple of things. If they don't pick up a first down, Raiders are going to get the ball back, and then they get the ball to start the second half. 14-6 Las Vegas. 2-minute warning. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Ashton Genty. Oh, what a night. No, it's not September 21st as Earth, Wind, and Fire is making their way towards the torch for the halftime show. Yeah. So it is not that. But he is having a heck of a September 28th. He is the first Raiders running back to have a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown. Let me rephrase that. The first Raiders rookie running back to have that since the great Bo Jackson in 1987.
That's some good company to be in, right?
It is 14-6 Raiders as we come out of the 2-minute warning. Chicago here with a 3rd and 2 right at midfield. Raiders defense has been outstanding here in the first half. They have held the Bears to 74 yards, and they have 8 tackles for loss. 3rd down and 2 for Caleb Williams, who's in the shotgun. 3 receivers split out wide left, and his tight end Kmet to the right. Gets the snap. He's looking left. He fires that way. He's got an open Odunze far sideline to the 40. Turns upfield 35 and shoved out of bounds. He picks up the first down. It is a pickup of 15. Odunze, last year's number 9 overall pick, has his first catch of the game. And it's 1st and 10 Chicago.
Yeah, not sure how Odunze gets lost in coverage there. All he does is just run a simple out route, and it just puts Caillou Blue Kelly in a situation. Does he take the flat or the route on top of him? But could have been flying out to the flat. Could have been Jamal Adams. Could have been right there to be a defender on that play.
So a fresh set of downs, and he stepped out of bounds. The Bears have 1 timeout left. The Raiders are out of timeouts. 1st and 10 on the 35. Kyle Monangai checks in as the lone tailback. Odunze motions right to left. Williams under center. It's a run play. Monangai right into the Raiders defense over the left tackle. He is able to fall forward. Malcolm Kuntz is playing well today. Adam Butler again in on the tackle too. Both of them combined for a 1-yard gain.
The Raiders are playing with great extension. And when I say on this extension, is they're extending their arms. They're getting inside of the blockers and extending their arms and then being able to throw guys off and make the play. That was a nice job by Malcolm Kuntz, not only holding the edge, but also making the play.
Well, I mean, you could tell run defense was the emphasis, right? Last week they gave up 201 yards rushing. The Bears here in the first half on 12 attempts, 2 yards. Clock keeps the move, 1:15 Williams under center. Now he's back to throw. Clean pocket. Now pressure off the edge. Gets away from Kuntz. Still on his feet. Here comes Crosby. Williams to the near side trying to throw it downfield. And it's caught. Cole Kmet. No, they say it hit the ground at the 10. Wow, he had gotten position on the much smaller Darnay Holmes. And somehow Caleb Williams kept that play alive with a Houdini act and got the ball downfield, but it'll be 3rd down and 9.
It's just unbelievable effort from Malcolm Kuntz and Max Crosby chasing Caleb Williams down. But I've told you, Jason, there is not a play that Caleb Williams doesn't feel like he can make. And that falls in line with what the Raiders like to do with their rush. They are relentless. Caleb Williams, they're going to force him to throw one of those interceptions.
Well, if the Raiders can get it stopped, because now Chicago with 5 seconds, they take a timeout. And so they are out of timeouts. I'll tell you what, Kirk, of all the things, listen, game clock management has not been done well.
On both sides.
On either side.
Right.
Raiders had a timeout coming out of a timeout this half. And now the Bears have had multiple problems getting plays in and getting out of the huddle. So 1:03 to go, 3rd and 9 coming up. Cairo Santos has 2 made field goals for Chicago. That's it. 14-6 Raiders the lead. They are in field goal range. But if the Raiders can get a stop here, Kirk, they're going to get the ball back with, 50, 55 seconds, whatever it may be, and get the ball to start the third quarter.
Man, that's all you want. Opportunities, right? And this is on the defense here. Huge 3rd down. This is where Max Crosby had a chance to kind of gain his breath back, get his energy back. Tyree Wilson now on the field here on this 3rd down. Max lined up inside of Tyree Wilson.
All 3 receivers to the right. Williams back to throw. Takes the shot near side of Dunze. It's off his hands and incomplete at the 15-yard line. Isaiah Polomao broke it up. Now, DJ Moore was running free, Kirk. When that hit off his hands, that looked like it could have been a tip drill to the end zone, but it fell incomplete, and they will send on the kicking unit with 58 seconds to go before halftime.
Yeah, nice break on the football was Polomao. He was right there on top of Dunze. And you mentioned off the ricochet, almost went into the arms of DJ Moore, who was about 5 yards behind the play.
So Santos, who last year was 8 of 9 of 50 or more, Bears single season record, will try this from 52 yards just inside the left hash mark. Torrey Taylor puts it down. Santos gets the right leg into it. It is heading towards and through. So Santos has his 3rd field goal of the first half. And the Bears cut into this lead. Raiders, 53 seconds before halftime, will get the ball back up 14-9. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
California's #1 casino just got better. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is now the only AAA 5-diamond rated casino hotel in the country. Become a Club Serrano member today and enjoy perks and exclusive rewards. VIP at another casino? Trade up and take advantage of the tier and offer match program at Yamava Resort and Casino, voted #1 casino outside of Vegas by Newsweek. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Rahan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law, here to give you some facts before you pick an injury lawyer. Fact 1. A lot of lawyers say they're the best, but only Naqvi won Best of Las Vegas Gold 11 straight times. Fact 2. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Naqvi at 702-INJURED.
Raiders defense has come to play today in a big way. They have shut down the Chicago running game to the tune of 2 yards. They have allowed 90 yards here in the first half takeaway. The Raiders lead 14-9 despite 3 first-half turnovers. And they're about to get the ball back here with 53 seconds, though, out of timeouts. Santos lines up the kickoff. It is heading towards the end zone. Raheem Mostert touches it, and he's coming out to the 10. Mostert has the 20, gets a block near side 30, and he dives forward with a flag down. And this is going to come back, which may... Kirk, you were just asking me during the break, how aggressive are you?
Right.
And, you know what I say. I'm aggressive. But if this is coming back to the 18, 20-yard line, maybe it's a different story.
Different story. Much different story, right? How aggressive are you the way this half has gone?
During the return, holding against the receiving team, number 88. 10-yard penalty, first down Las Vegas.
That is Justin Shorter. It is only the second penalty against the Raiders here in the first half.
I think if you get the ball where that play ended at, you're saying I can get a couple of first downs and you're already in Daniel Carlson's range. Well, this ball being backed up, I kind of want to say, you know what? Yeah. We get the ball to start the second half, and as bad as we played in the beginning of the half, how do we just get this thing to halftime? No timeouts for the Bears. I think a couple run plays and get into halftime, make some adjustments.
Raheem Mostert's in the backfield next to Gino Smith, who sends Jacoby Myers in motion right to left. It's a throw to Myers, gets a block from Bowers. There are more blockers at the 20, heads towards the middle of the field, and he dives down at the 20. That's a lot of dancing to take it near the middle of the field and a pickup of just 5. He had some blockers out there, but he kind of cut it back towards the middle. Raiders are up on the ball with 30 seconds in the shotgun. Gino Smith calls for the snap. He takes it. He's looking towards the middle of the field. Pocket collapses, dumps it to Mostert. In his hands, he's got a first down. Out across the 30. He's got it to the 31. Remember, they're out of timeouts. 17 seconds. So the Raiders up on the ball to spike it down to 12, 11, 10. Jordan Meredith hands on the ball. He snaps it to Gino, who spikes it with 7 seconds. So a lot of time off the clock to pick up about 15 yards.
And
can you take one to the sideline and then maybe have a shot?
No, from the looks of it, it looks from the guys to my right in this coaching booth over here, looks like they're content with just taking a knee and getting out of here, running one play. They're already packing up, getting ready to go in at halftime, so I don't think this is a play where you're pressing it down the field.
Well, we'll see. You're right. They are packing it up.
I'm very, very observant.
But the Raiders are not in.
Here's a run play.
They're not taking a knee. Nope, it is a run play. Raheem Mostert, he's got a lot of blockers in front. He pushes the pile out across the 40. And Raheem Mostert takes it to the 44. So they do pick up 13 yards, but that is how the half is going to come to an end. Raiders gain 185 yards, but 64 of those came on an Ashton Genty touchdown run. He's got both Raiders scores. And they lead Chicago 14-9 as we head to the locker room. When we return, Tim Cates back with you in our Silver and Black studios with the halftime report. You're listening to Raiders football.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders in our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we are sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2025 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union, Win Las Vegas, by NV Energy, Boyd.
4:05 to go. Rams 1st and 10 on their own 43. Stafford under center. Play action. Pressure up the middle. Crosby drills him as he tried to throw the football.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
Raider Nation, in this game when the stakes are high, the best don't miss. And that's what sets Ford apart. With the reliability of F-150 to the big playability of Super Duty to the capability of Maverick, Ford trucks are ready to lead the way when it matters most. And that's what makes Ford the #1 selling truck brand in Nevada. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders. Based on SEP Global Mobility Retail U.S. new vehicle registrations for the truck vehicle type CYTD October 2024.
Now, rejoining us from the Silver and Black Studios, here's Tim Cates.
Halftime inside Allegiant Stadium. The Raiders with a 14-9 lead over the Chicago Bears. Ashton Genty, a touchdown catch. Ashton Genty with a long 64-yard touchdown run as the Raiders are up 14-9 at the break, and the defense standing tall in the first two quarters. We'll get to the highlights and the stats coming up in just a couple of minutes. Let's get you caught up on what's happening around a very busy week for the National Football League. Under a minute to go, first half at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Chiefs lead the Ravens 20-7 as they've got a couple of touchdown passes from Patrick Mahomes in the air. They are now going to the half up 20-7. 8.5 minutes to go, third quarter in Los Angeles. Colts with the ball, but trailing the LA Rams 13-10. Devontae Adams with a touchdown catch from Matthew Stafford. They've got 12 minutes to go, third quarter in Santa Clara. The Jacksonville Jaguars, a 17-6 lead over the 49ers. Trevor Lawrence, a touchdown pass. Travis Etienne with a touchdown run. Earlier today in New York, the 0-3 Giants taking on the 3-0 Chargers. The Giants have a rookie at quarterback named Jackson Dart.
First and 10 from the 15, out of the shotgun. Dart hesitates, runs up the middle, 10-5, touchdown! The rookie on his first drive as the Giants starting quarterback with a 15-yard touchdown run, and the Giants take a 6-0 lead.
Compass Media Networks with the call. Jackson Dart, a touchdown run, and then a touchdown pass. Giants winless no more. They beat the Chargers 21-18, but they lose wideout Malik Neighbors with a possible torn ACL. In Houston, the Texans shut out the Titans 26-0. C.J. Stroud, 233 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. In Tampa, Buccaneers fall to the Eagles 31-25. Chase McLaughlin, though, a 65-yard field goal. That's now the longest field goal outside in NFL history. Congratulations to him. In Detroit, Lions over the Browns 34-10. In Atlanta, the Falcons beat the Commanders 34-27. Michael Penix Jr. with 2 touchdown passes. In Buffalo, Bills beat the Saints 31-19. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as Buffalo improves to 4-0. Earlier today in Dublin, in Ireland, it was the Steelers beating the Vikings. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown pass. Kenneth Gainwell, 2 touchdown runs. Steelers win it 24-21. That's a look around the league. Coming up on the halftime report, we'll run down the first half stats and the highlights. Raiders 14, Bears 9. I'm Tim Cates. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan, price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Tim Cates back inside our Silver and Black Studios with the halftime report. Raiders a 14-9 lead over the Chicago Bears at the break in a game between 2 1-2 teams. We're going to get back on track and get back to 500 on the season. The Bears offense was given some early breaks. A couple of Raiders turnovers, a fumble, an interception from Gino Smith, but they were able to cash in field goals. First one, Cairo Santos, 46-yard field goal, gave him a 3-0 lead. Into the first quarter, though, the Raiders got the ball back, marched downfield, their best drive of the first quarter, 7 plays, 66 yards. Gino Smith checked it down to Ashton Genty.
Gino Smith rolls out to his left. He's got Genty in the flat, catches it at the 5, makes the turn, into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders! Ashton Genty, his first career receiving touchdown. And the Raiders capitalize off the Max Crosby pick.
Ashton Genty into the end zone on an 8-yard touchdown catch from Gino Smith. The Raiders were up 7-3. How about the offense in that first quarter with the score? They held the Bears defense 10 yards of offense. That was it. Max Crosby was a one-man wrecking crew in that first quarter. Second quarter, more of the same from the Raiders defense. Great field position given to the Bears offense, holding them to field goals. Cairo Santos, 43 yards out, made it a 7-6 game. The Raiders on the ensuing kickoff come back outside the 25. First play from scrimmage. See ya, Ashton.
Smith is under center. He moves. Trey Tucker in motion. It's a handoff off left guard to Ashton Genty. Stutters through. And he's got the speed to the near side. Genty to the 30. Breaks a tackle 20. Genty. Good. Deuces goodbye. Ashton Genty, a 64-yard touchdown. And for the first time in his Raiders career, he breaks one off to the end zone.
Ashton Genty down the sideline, 64 yards into the end zone. Raiders a 14-6 lead. The Bears would kick another field goal, third of the half for Cairo Santos. It's a 14-9 Raiders lead at the break. 6 of 11 passing, 47 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions for Gino Smith. Ashton Genty got the touchdown run and the touchdown catch. That's it for the halftime report. Up next, we go back inside Allegiant Stadium for the second half. Raiders on top at the break, 14-9. I'm Tim Cates, and you're listening to Raiders football.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
He climbs, he floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards. Proctimus Prime.
Just win, baby.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union, Win Las Vegas, by NV Energy, Boyd.
Boyd Gaming is a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And if you're a fan, there's no better place to play, to indulge, to feast, to bring your besties, and just win, baby. It's the perfect spot to watch the Raiders game, because we don't do black clouds, just silver linings. Suncoast, the Orleans, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be.
Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Parents, say goodbye to haircut struggles. At Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids in Las Vegas, we turn haircuts into a fun adventure with fantasy chairs, indoor slides, and TVs at every station. Kids love the experience, and our friendly stylists make it quick, easy, and tear-free. From first trims to fresh cuts for school, we've got your family covered. Book your appointment online today at the Las Vegas location nearest you. Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids, where haircuts are fun.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders and our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we are sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2025 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
Helping your money do more means putting yourself in the financial driver's seat.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no better or more literal way to do that than with a low-rate auto loan from America First Credit Union. Plus, for a limited time, when you finance your new vehicle with America First, you'll enjoy no payments for 90 days. And that means getting more mileage out of every cent you spend. So make your money move. Head to AmericaFirst.com to apply for pre-approval of your low-rate auto loan today. Eligibility, terms, conditions, and creditworthiness apply. Subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender.
Raider Nation, in this game when the stakes are high, the best don't miss. And that's what sets Ford apart. With the reliability of F-150 to the big playability of Super Duty to the capability of Maverick, Ford trucks are ready to lead the way when it matters most. And that's what makes Ford the #1 selling truck brand in Nevada. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders. Based on SEP Global Mobility Retail U.S. new vehicle registrations for the truck vehicle type CYTD October 2024.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Las Vegas Raiders football. It's the start of the second half of Raiders football. Now, let's rejoin Jason Horowitz and Kirk Morrison back out at Allegiant Stadium.
Thanks to Earth, Wind, and Fire, we are re-energized here in Allegiant Stadium as we get set for the start of the third quarter. Raiders 14-9 over the Bears. Winner to 2-2, loser to 1-3. Jason Horowitz, Kirk Morrison, happy to have you with us. Raiders outgained the Bears in that first half, 185-90. And I think this is the most important of it, Kirk. Despite 3 Raiders first half turnovers, they have the lead. And they had 138 yards rushing. The Bears had 2. You put those 2 things together, and you're happy about that first half.
Yeah, it's been a crazy game so far. You almost feel like you want to throw away the first half. A new second half has started, and both teams are going to try to establish the run again. But see if the Raiders can keep the turnovers at ease a little bit. Don't need to keep turning the football over. The defense has been playing great. And I think it's a second half in which you want to see the running game truly take over.
So the Raiders send Raheem Mostert and Dylan Lowry back to our left. The opening second half kickoff brought to you by Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Supported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Mostert on the kickoff return out to the 20 and the 25. And he's hit by Hardy and a couple of other Bears there. So they'll start at the 26. Kirk, to your point about the Raiders, again, turnovers last year were such a big problem. Right. Almost every game, multiple turnovers till the end of the season when the year in the playoffs were out of reach anyway. Gino Smith, the 3 interceptions he had in week 2. They lose 20-9. No turnovers last week. But the defense didn't play well. Today, 3 first-half turnovers, and the defense is playing well.
Yeah, playing much, much better. You can feel it. It's a big influx of energy.
Gino Smith starts in the shotgun. Ashton Genty to his right, standing up this afternoon. He fakes the handoff. Gino's rolling to his right, throws it on a line, and it's picked off. Tyreek Stevenson hopped in front of Jacoby Myers, and he's wrestled to the turf at the 40. It is the 4th turnover of the game, and we're only 18 seconds into the third quarter.
And this is one of those things about Gino Smith. Sometimes it's just getting to the next down. He's going to the opposite side, and all he's got to do was just throw the ball away. It was well covered by the Bears, but all Gino tries to force something to me was just not there.
Wow.
That's Tyreek Stevenson. Looked like the Chicago Bears still on the ground.
Yep.
After the play.
Well, so now TV's going to take a timeout. So the Bears medical staff is out on the near sideline. They are trying to sit him up, but we will step aside. 1 play into the third quarter, and the Bears take over on the Raiders side of the field. You're listening to Raiders football.
Parents, say goodbye to haircut struggles. At Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids in Las Vegas, we turn haircuts into a fun adventure with fantasy chairs, indoor slides, and TVs at every station. Kids love the experience, and our friendly stylists make it quick, easy, and tear-free. From first trims to fresh cuts for school, we've got your family covered. Book your appointment online today at the Las Vegas location nearest you. Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids, where haircuts are fun.
Boyd Gaming is a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And if you're a fan, there's no better place to play, to indulge, to feast, to bring your besties, and just win, baby. It's the perfect spot to watch the Raiders and enjoy game day specials all season long. Cannery, Samstown, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
He climbs, he floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards. Brocktimus Prime.
Just win, baby.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union. Win Las Vegas. By NV Energy. Boyd.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders and our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we are sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2025 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
Well, the only time in his career before this month that Gino Smith had multiple 3-interception games in the same season was his rookie season. Second-round pick of the Jets back in 2013, threw 3 interceptions twice that year, and only did it 2 other times in his career before this year. But he has thrown 3 picks in a game for the second time in the first month of the season. And we are just 1 play into the second half, and the Bears start on the plus side of the 50 for the 4th time in this game. Yet they only have 9 points to show for it. Starting on the Raiders 40, with Caleb Williams under center, DeAndre Swift the tailback. He moves his left leg. Odunze goes in motion. It's a flea flicker. No, they faked the flea flicker. And DeAndre Swift hangs onto the football. He's giving a defender a ride, and there's a flag down. Landon Roberts was out there along with Jermaine Pratt. They did a really nice job to stay with the fake flea flicker creativity. And I think this is going to go against Chicago on the penalty.
Yeah, I think he had a fan grabbing the face mask of Pratt.
Personal foul, face mask, offense.
Yeah,
Number 4. 15-yard penalty remains first down.
Well, and remember, the
never
Bears,
see that.
Kirk, the Bears last week had a 65-yard touchdown on a flea flicker to Luther Burden. So they have that on tape. So they faked that, and Jermaine Pratt, and you're right. I mean, DeAndre Swift had his right hand inside. It looked like a little eye gouge.
You never
there.
get that call.
No.
We've never seen that where the offensive player who's hooked their fingers on the face mask of the defensive player. It's a great job by that near side official, and actually to stop that play.
So a 12-yard penalty, the Bears' 4th penalty of the ball game, takes him back 1st and 22. Empty set for Caleb Williams. 4-step drop. He's dancing over the middle, and it's broken up. Cole Kmet hit the ground. Devin White tackled him at the 47, but as he hit him, the ball popped into the air and hit the turf. It'll be 2nd and 22. So let's talk about this here. The defense, Kirk, in this ball game, the Raiders gave up less than 100 yards in the first half. Max Crosby is the first player in the NFL in at least 17 years to have 3 tackles for a loss, 2 passes defended, and a pick in the first half.
You talk about he's a stat stuffer? That's a stat stuffing first half. Now you just got to do it in the second half.
And think about all of this has been on these sudden changes. Raiders bring a blitz. Caleb Williams stands in the pocket, fires open man at the 40. It's DJ Moore, turns upfield. Caillou Blue-Kelly stands him up and drags him back. But momentum takes him to the Raiders' 35-yard line. It's a 17-yard gain. 3rd down and 5 for Chicago. And they are in field goal range for Cairo Santos here early in the 3rd quarter.
That's a big gain for a 2nd and 22. That gives them a good opportunity here on 3rd and 5. Now you're going to ask your rush to be great again.
The Bears on that play have crossed over 100 yards in the game. Moore and Zacchaeus to the right. Rome Odunze, the lone wideout to the left with Caillou Blue-Kelly. They were high school teammates at Bishop Gordon. Williams looking that way, throws that way. He's got Odunze outside at the 25. Steps out of bounds, and he's got the first down. Rome Odunze in tight coverage with Kelly, yet he beat him off the line. He threw him to the sideline, and he picked up 9 yards.
Yeah, just a 4-man rush for the Raiders, and then Caillou Blue-Kelly did everything he was supposed to. It was just a great timing on that route. That ball was thrown before Odunze could get out of his break. Caillou Blue-Kelly's right there on the hip, but a perfect throw from Caleb Williams for the first down.
So a couple of really nice throws for Caleb Williams out of the locker room. He had a tough first half. He was 12 of 23 for just 100 yards, but it's 1st and 10 for Chicago. Williams under center, a handoff off the left side. DeAndre Swift hit from behind. Crosby drags him down into the arms of Pratt, makes another tackle. It'll be 2nd down and sizable. Pratt in this ball game, 4 tackles. He's joined with Adams, Devin White, and Chin. Kelly leads the team with 5. And again, the Raiders in that first half, 7 tackles for loss to go with a sack for Tyree Wilson.
Alert QB run here, right? Seeing Max Crosby keeps crashing down. This is where Caleb Williams sometimes pulls that football And runs to the outside. Green grass.
Second and 7 just outside the red zone on a drive that started on a Gino Smith interception on the first play of the third quarter. And a false start coming here against Chicago. Jonah Laulu is pointing right at the left side of that offensive line.
False start, offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
That is Theo Benedict, who Kirk, he's moved to the left side, right?
Yeah.
So Benedict's over there on the left tackle. Remember, Braxton Jones, they are without their right tackle, Darnell Wright. So Benedict's on the left side now, and they've changed up the offensive line. They now have Ozzie Trapillo, the second-round pick out of Boston College on the right side. Braxton Jones is out of this game. Their starting left tackle, Caleb Williams, pumps, pressure, gets out of his sack, rolling out to his right on the far sideline. Crosby giving chase, throws to the end zone, and he throws it out of bounds. Caleb Williams, and Max is pointing at the sideline saying, hey, he stepped out of bounds before he threw that football.
Yeah, but that was still a nice job by Thomas Booker, who got out. He was the first person to really just flash. He's been doing a great job of beating the center Dahlman all game long. And he gets into the face of Caleb Williams, which flushed him to the outside in the hustle of Max Crosby. Almost got Caleb Williams. I think Caleb did not step out of bounds.
He got
close.
Yeah, he did get close. So it's 3rd down and 12 for the Bears. And again, 2 receivers to the right. Here comes an all-out blitz. Williams steps up in the pocket, fires. He's got a Tuesday at the 5. Touchdown Bears. The Raiders brought 7. Williams stood in the pocket and fired down the left side of the field. Rome Odunze, a touchdown for a 4th straight game. And the Bears take the lead early in the third quarter.
Didn't like the pressure call on that one. I thought you'd be getting there with your 4-man rush. This time you show blitz. And you had 2 high safeties, but one safety in Jeremy Chin played on one side. That's just a wide open route. There's no middle field safety. Isaiah Polamalu vacates the middle of the field, looking up top, and Caleb Williams throws a dart to Odunze for the touchdown.
Santos on for the extra point after the 27-yard touchdown. That is up and through. And the Raiders' turnovers did not bite them in the first half, at least not a large chunk. That is a different story here early in the third. The 4th Raiders turnover leads to the Bears' first touchdown. And Chicago, with 11:38 to go here in the third quarter, is in front. 16-14. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Santa Maria, California, one way for as low as $44. Must be purchased by 10/12/2025 for travel between 9/18/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Raiders football is brought to you by Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL, and by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Bears 16, Raiders 14. 4 Raiders turnovers. Santos, a lob kickoff coming down to the 4-yard line. Raheem Mostert near side of the field. Gets a couple of blocks, 25, has the 30, lowers his head. Squeaks out to the 36-yard line, but a flag thrown from the far side of the field, the Bears sideline. So, stands at the 37, but again, so we're seeing this a lot, Kirk. We're seeing longer kickoff returns, and all of them returned, but we're also seeing a lot more penalties on kickoff returns.
Yeah, because you've got guys who've got to get in position to get their blocks. And it's always difficult because you don't know where the return is actually going to go.
During the return, holding against the receiving team, number 18. 10-yard penalty, first down Las Vegas.
That is on Jack Besh. So now what do you do, Kirk? I mean, you're the offense here. You've gotten a couple of big runs. We talked about 138 rushing yards in the first half, 64 of those on an Ashton Genty touchdown run. Gino Smith in this ball game is 6 of 12 for 47 yards and 3 interceptions.
And he's not seeing the field well. I loved earlier when they're the high percentage throws, right? Bootlegs, play actions. Get a couple of easy throws to start.
He is under center to start with Ashton Genty lined up as the lone tailback. Brock Bowers in the game on the right side of the line. He moves Myers closer. He's standing up right behind the left tackle. They are going to run. Genty through the middle. Big hole. 25-30. Spins his way forward. And he picks up 13 yards out to the 32-yard line on the left hash mark.
Yeah, just run away from the safety. So when that safety creeps down to in the box on the left side, Gino checks. Away, meaning they're going to run away from the safety. So they go to the right. But the vision of Ashton Genty, he's watching it. He's playing a game with that safety. Because the safety realizes that. He goes on the overhang. Genty goes in the lane where that safety vacated.
Ashton Genty, his first career 100-yard game. 10 carries, 103 yards. Touchdown on the ground and a touchdown receiving. Gino again under center. He motions Brock Bowers right to left. They hand off Genty. Cuts through the hole at the 35. Hops the defender. And he takes it out to the 40. That's 7 more with nifty footwork for the 6th overall pick out of Boise State.
Well, everybody's going to ask, where's this been from Ashton Genty? What we've noticed is Genty is standing straight up. This is the position that he started in when he was at Boise State. He would stand up right behind the quarterback or the center, and he would receive the snap from there. This is what you're seeing right now. He's went back to his original stance from college.
Because during OTAs in the summer, they talked about him not standing straight up, bending over. And
Chip Kelly said no.
Yeah. Well, obviously this is working better, at least today. Ian Thomas in for Brock Bowers on 2nd and 2. It's a 3rd straight run to Genty. He's got the first down and he carries defenders. He's been pushed forward. The offensive line with an assist and he's out to the 45. They blow it dead, but that is 5 more yards for Ashton Genty. 3 straight runs and they are getting positive yards every time.
I'm going back to that again about his stance because I feel like it's a great timing mechanism for him. That's just who he is. He's done this his whole career. And to me, it's been able to set up blocks a little bit better today. He's getting to the hole a lot faster today than I think we've seen in the first 3 weeks with him changing the style for the offense.
See if they give it to him for a 4th straight play. Shotgun for Gino Smith. They don't. It's a play fake. He throws. He's got Brock Bowers. He gets a block. Bowers across midfield with another. Bears 40 near sideline. And he's upended at the 38-yard line by Stevenson. They threw it on the near side, right down the line, and Bowers takes it for a gain of 19 yards.
But what about that monster block from Jackson Powers Johnson? This is why JPJ's back in the game. You need Jackson Powers Johnson, big number 58, leading the way, and he just decapitates the safety, Brisker, who came up for the try to block. Oh, no, try to tackle. No way. That was an outstanding block to spring Brock Bowers by JPJ.
Down to the Bears' 36-yard line, trailing 16-14, 8:40 to go in the 3rd. Gino Smith back under center. Trey Tucker motions right to left. Back to Genty through the left side. Spins out of a tackle, and he's brought down to the ground by Dominique Robinson at the 33. 4th-year pro out of Miami of Ohio. Noah Sewell there as well. Tremaine Edmonds leads the Bears today with 7 tackles. Kevin Byard has 2 picks.
You know, outside of really one run play, Ashton Genty's been able to get some yards to get to that 2nd level. You know, last week it was like, oh, he couldn't get started. How many times was he hit in the backfield? Today, they've been playing on that side of the line of scrimmage, the Bears side.
Even if you take out the 64-yard run, Kirk, he's averaging 4.6 a carry. Gino again hands it off to Trey Tucker. End around to the left side. Gets a block inside the 30. And he's escorted out of bounds to the Bears sideline. They'll mark him at the 29-yard line. So they hand it off to Tucker. He picks up just 4. It will be 3rd down and 3, 7:45 to go as the Raiders are marching towards the right side of the field as we hit the midway point of the third quarter.
Well, they're in field goal range right now. So Ashton Genty exits the football game, and now Raheem Mostert comes in on this snap on offense. To me, I think this is a Brock Bowers down. I would love to see Brock Bowers right here, a 3rd and short, gotta have it situation for the Raiders.
He split out wide right, outside of Trey Tucker. Mostert in the backfield. Gino Smith the shotgun. He's looking left. Open man. First down, Jacoby Myers. Dances far sideline 20. Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Right off the line, he beat Nashawn Wright, and they pick up a first down into the red zone.
That was a filthy route. Filthy, just nasty. Clean that up, because that was what he did to Nashawn Wright. That's not right. That really is. No pun intended, but seriously.
No pun was intended.
The way he got off the line of scrimmage, he turned to the out. Nashawn Wright was still somewhere out there on the field, and the ball was already delivered. An outstanding route from Myers with the catch for a first.
For every Raider first down at Allegiant Stadium this year, America First Credit Union donates $100 to a local charity. 1st and 10 on the Bears 19. Down 16-14. Trey Tucker motions right to left. They don't hand it off to him. They give it to Mostert. Hits the hole. Breaks out of a tackle 15. Head of steam inside the 10. And brought down. First down at the 9-yard line. The first game of the year for the veteran. And Raheem Mostert has been active and a positive addition.
Well, I got to give a helmet decal to Ian Thomas. He's been the lead blocker in a lot of these plays. He's been at the point of attack. He just gets enough of a block that allows Raheem Mostert to hit that second gear. We know he's still one of the fastest guys in the NFL, but he got to the second level because Ian Thomas was able to get a good block.
It has been a long time since the Raiders had 200 yards rushing. They're up to 179 on the ball game. 2 receivers split wide left. Jacoby Myers in the slot. Now they move. Ashton Genty over to the left of Gino Smith, down to 1 on the play clock. It's an inside handoff. Genty following his blocker, stutters at the 10. And he's brought down at the line. There's also a flag down. And I don't know, because there was late movement, and yes. I don't know that Jacoby Myers was set.
Correct. Legal shift. You're right. A lot of movement before that play. I don't think anybody got set.
Illegal shift, offense, number 2. That penalty is declined, 2nd down.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal at the 9. No gain on the play. Genty is back in. Dante Thornton split out wide right. Maybe this is the spot where you use the big body. 6'4".
Now they got a safety hanging over the top of Thornton.
Power slot left. Gino the snap, throws underneath. Genty at the 5, breaks a tackle. That's the 3rd for Genty. He's into the end zone. The rookie with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game. His 2nd through the air. And the Raiders go back in front with 5:23 to go in the 3rd, 20-16.
Not 1, not 2, but 3. And this is what I've been craving for. It's okay to check the ball down, Gino Smith. It's the check down. He had one-on-one with Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He's made some tackles in the run game, but if it's one-on-one, Genty and Edmonds, I like Genty. And Genty in for touchdown number 2 receiving, number 3 on the day.
Carlson on for the extra point. They'll snap it and they'll put it just down inside the right hash mark for what is a 33-yard extra point. As always, high snap. A.J. Cole did a great job to put that down. And Carlson boots it through. And that PAT brought to you by Credit One Bank. Credit One Bank, the official bank of the Las Vegas Raiders. You've been waiting for the breakout game. It has come in spades. Ashton Genty, all 3 Raiders touchdowns. And they lead the Bears 21-16 with 5:23 to go in the 3rd. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Raiders tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Raiders and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff, like tailgating with your friends and fam. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Raiders.
Official Raiders fan cruise presented by Seaside Events. It's back bringing you a once-in-a-lifetime fan to see in March 2026. Autograph, legendary fan events, and unforgettable memories, all while sailing the Pacific to the coastal gems of Ensenada, Mexico, and Catalina Island. The best part, you won't be watching from the sidelines. This time you'll be part of it. Raider fan cruise, making Raider Nation's dreams come true since 2025. Book now at RaidersFanCruise.com.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Tim Case back inside the Silver and Black Studios with the scoreboard update presented by Fabulous Las Vegas, the ultimate destination for live sports and entertainment. 3 other afternoon games in progress. 7 minutes to go, third quarter in Kansas City. Chiefs starting to pull away from the Ravens, now up 27-13. 8 minutes to go, fourth quarter in Los Angeles. Colts on their way to a 4-0 start to the season. They lead the Rams 20-13. 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter in Santa Clara. Jaguars, surprisingly, a 6-point lead over the 3-0 49ers. They're up 20-14. Go back inside Allegiant. Jason Kirk, guys.
Yeah, you want the Colts to win. The Raiders want to be the first one to hand them a loss this season, as we will be at Lucas Oil Stadium next Sunday afternoon. It'll be a 1 Eastern, 10 o'clock local kickoff. We'll get to that then. Raiders got to finish this one, though. 21-16. What a response. Right, the 4th turnover of the game, and the Bears score to go and take the lead, only to see the Raiders march 10 plays, 80 yards, 6:15, and a Gino Smith touchdown pass to Genty, his second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Carlson tees it up left to right, a line drive boot right down the middle, and here comes Devin Duvernay angling near side. He bounces off a defender, and Tommy Eichenberg brings him down. Out across the 30 at the 32. But that response, Kirk, and you talked about it, yeah. Ashton Genty touched the ball almost every time on that drive.
Yeah, but it wasn't just him just touching the ball as a running back. To me, he turned into a nice receiver as well. So getting the ball to Ashton Genty out of the backfield, what's the difference between a 4-yard rush and a 4-yard reception? Nothing. He just doesn't have to take a hit at the line of scrimmage. I love to see him in the open field. We're starting to see the Ashton Genty we envisioned.
Well, he joins an exclusive list. He's the 4th Raiders rookie with 3 touchdowns in a game. Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen, Raymond Chester are the others. 5:17 to go, third quarter. Caleb Williams, a running play. Kyle Monungai hit from behind, able to push the pile out across the middle. And a nice gain. It looked like he was going to get tripped up, but he carries it all the way out to the 39. So a 7-yard run for Monungai, the rookie out of Rutgers, who was second all-time for the Scarlet Knights behind Ray Rice in rushing yards. But the Bears have not run the football. They have, after that run, 15 rushing yards today. That is it. Adunze Cole Kmet split out wide left. Now, Caleb Williams with his left hand signals for both tight ends, Durham Smythe and Kmet, to go over to the right side of the line. He's in the shotgun. He's got Monungai to his right. 2 on the play clock. Gets the snap. It's a play fake. He's taking a deep drop. He's taking a deeper drop. Now he's in trouble. Escapes out to the right. Across his body. Middle of the field and almost picked off. Eric Stokes in center field. Stepped in front of Cole Kmet at the 45. If he had one more step, that was a pick six.
Well, not even one more step. Eric Stokes is saying if he would have extended both hands, he would have got an interception. I think he was just trying to make the play. If he comes at it more confident, he may have an interception.
Those are the plays that Bears fans have been wondering, why does Caleb Williams throw that? Because that's what they've been talking about. And yet he gets away with it. He doesn't turn the ball over much.
Jason, he's going to throw one. Just can you make the opportunity count.
Well, Raiders have one. It's in the hands of Max Crosby as a pick. Caleb Williams to throw on 3rd and 3. A lot of pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Breaks the tackle 35 out across the 40, and he's short. Brought down on the right hash mark by Adam Butler at the 41-yard line. And decision time for Ben Johnson, the rookie head coach. 4th and 1, 4:05 on a moving clock. They're down 21-16, and the offense stays on the field.
Yeah, he's unafraid. To me, I just watched him. He's got the play sheet right there on his mouth. And
Eric Stokes is still down. So officials blow this dead. He is sitting up right at the 50-yard stripe. Training staff is out there. He's got hands on both of his knees. He's in a cradled position, and now they lay him back down on the turf.
I didn't see what happened initially. Just saw at the end of the play. He was sitting down.
Yeah, they are checking his left knee. So we'll take a look on the replay as the training staff is out with Eric Stokes. 3:58 to go in the third. 4th and 1 coming up. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by Cox Business, powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, choose chill, an official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. You in? Must be 21 or over to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Touchdown, Brock Bowers!
Taste the authentic flavors of Hawaii with Koloa Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's rich and smooth. With every sip, you'll discover the spirit of aloha. It isn't just rum, it's Koloa Rum. Award-winning, distinctly different, and uniquely Hawaiian. Koloa Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Must be at least 21. Please drink responsibly.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Eric Stokes jogged off under his own power. Training staff taking his helmet away. They're testing out his left knee. He's hopping around on the near sideline on one leg, his left leg. So they're testing it out. The fifth-year pro, former first-round pick of the Packers, has played really good football this year so far here in September. So 4th down and 1, and the Bears offense is going to stay on the field. And now you've got Darian Porter, Kirk, the rookie third-round pick out of Iowa State, who's only played a few snaps, and they all came in fourth quarter last week when the Raiders were down big. Here on this 4th and 1 in a huge play.
Yeah, but we talked about it last week. Remember, after the game, we saw Darian Porter. We were just thinking about he got some reps. Remember, Caillou Blue Kelly had got beat by Terry McLaurin, and they put in Porter, so he got some good quality reps for a rookie.
Bears coming out on a 4th and 1. Caleb Williams under center. And the flags fly and false start.
False start, offense, number 85. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
So that's Cole Kmet, the tight end, and Kirk. I mean, that's the effect. That is the essence of Max Crosby.
Correct.
He's over there on that side because they have not been able to hold the line against Crosby all day, and he moved.
Yep. No, it was both that guard and the tackle over there. I mean, Cole Kmet is on one side. They're trying to double team on Malcolm Kuntz and everybody, but even on the opposite side, it could have been 2 people who jumped offside trying to do what? Get after Max Crosby.
Torrey Taylor, a line drive punt, angling to the near sideline. Trey Tucker lets it bounce at the 10. It checks up. It's at the 5. It's still down, and it's going to die at the 2. Oh, man, what a punt by Torrey Taylor. It is a 62-yard punt, but there is a flag down back at the 40, right where a couple yards downfield from the line of scrimmage.
During the kick, holding against the
receiving team.
I think he means receiving team. He pointed against the Raiders.
That's what they got to figure out.
Well, here's the thing, though, Kirk. If it's during the play, is it enough for a first down?
During the kick, holding against the receiving team, number 44. That penalty should force half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. First down.
All right, so no.
From the 2 to the 1.
Yep, 2 to the 1. So the Raiders backed up 99 yards away to the end zone with 3:31 to go here in the third, leading 21-16. Ashton Genty is the first Raider to have 2 receiving touchdowns and a rushing touchdown since 1997. Harvey Williams is the last to do it.
Number 70 is reporting eligible.
That is Stone Forsythe, as we hear from Adrian Hill again. We've heard from Adrian Hill a lot today. A lot of penalties in this ball game, even some that have been declined. So tough spot here for Gino Smith, Ashton Genty and company. You cannot give up any yards. 2 tight ends and the extra offensive lineman in Stone Forsythe. Gino's under center. Trey Tucker moves closer to the line on the right side. It's a QB sneak, and Gino gets a couple of yards out to the 3. He went over the left guard. Jaquan Brisker, the safety, was up tight, ripping the ball out of there, but they've already blown it dead. So he picked up 2, and now Stone Forsythe comes off the field. And Jacoby Myers back on for this 2nd down and 8.
Well, you needed a little bit of breathing room because you remember early in the game, we saw Jordan Meredith kind of getting pushed back into Geno Smith because his defensive front has shown great push from the Chicago Bears. Now, can they get to Ashton Genty? This is where Genty breaks one. He's got a lot of green grass in front of him.
Yeah, how about a 97-yarder? You had a 64-yarder. Only one safety back deep is Byard. Geno Smith turns and does hand it off to Ashton. Bounces towards the left side, but the Bears are there to bottle him up and push him back. He finally hits the turf in the end zone, but he got out back to the line of scrimmage at the 3. And so now with 2:40, 3rd and 8 coming up, Geno's thrown 3 interceptions today.
Right.
He's 9 of 15 for 85, 2 touchdowns, both to Ashton, but 3 picks. How are you playing this year?
It's a couple things. Do you just take a shot? If you take a shot deep down the field, it's almost like a punt. So I would try to find Dante Thornton deep down the field. Somebody deep. Taking a shot is okay in this situation.
But you got to protect Geno Smith here in this ball game. No sacks yet for the Bears today. They haven't gotten to him. Smith in the shotgun. He's 3 yards back in the end zone. He is going to pass. Good protection. Fires. Caught at the 8-yard line. And Jaquan Brisker is there to spin down Myers just inside the left numbers. And so they pick up 5, and what that really does, Kirk, is it allows A.J. Cole to get the full 15 yards to punt this away.
Yeah, no, he's got to boom one.
Yep.
But you got to protect. You got to cover. We know he's got the leg, but can he give me distance and hang time in this situation, Jason? Last week gave me a lot of distance, not enough hang time, and the Commanders were able to return one for a touchdown.
And you got Devin Duvernay, who once upon a time was an all-pro returner with the Ravens in 2021. He is stalking the 33-yard line. He has a 34-yard punt return this year. They snap it back. Cole gets the right leg into it. It is a high boomer and a spiral. Duvernay waits under it at the 32, and he's got a lot of space. Middle of the field, 40. Cuts back to the right midfield, and he's finally spun down on the Raiders' side of the 50 at the 49-yard line. He did boom a 60-yarder, but it's an 18-yard return. And so for the 5th time today, but the first because of special teams, the Bears start on the Raiders' side of the midfield. .107 to go here in the third quarter. Raiders 21, Bears 16. The defense today for Las Vegas has bounced back. You say, well, 16 points. No. 16 points is great because the Bears in the first half 3 times started inside the 25-yard line and only had 9 first-half points. Monungai's the tailback to the left of Caleb Williams. Comes up firing. Luther Burden down the near side. He's got a lot of Raiders around him, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. Tyree Wilson raced out there to force Burden to cut it back towards the rest of his defense, and Thomas Booker finished him off.
Man, that was a great chase by Tyree Wilson. He ran full speed once he saw that ball thrown to the outside. And once Luther Burden saw number 9 racing to him, he kind of just fell. I don't think he wanted to get collided, get a big hit from Tyree Wilson. He just falls to the ground.
Both Booker and Tyree Wilson have played very well today. But again, we just talking to praise this because the whole defense has played well. Under center, toss play to the left side. Monungai with a head of steam, breaks the tackle 45 and hit from behind. Jonah Laulu got him at the 41, but a lot of speed from Monungai brought down on the Raiders 41. It'll be 3rd and 2, and the Bears do not have to snap it again. Game clock down to 12, continues to move. Play clock still at 26. They are in the huddle, and Caleb Williams is going to walk over to Ben Johnson, talk to his coach, and they're going to flip the field. We head to the fourth quarter. Raiders have the lead. Ashton Genty's had a breakout game. Can they beat the Bears and finish September 500? We'll find out with 15 more minutes of football. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Whether you're courtside or poolside, in a box suite or a penthouse suite, wow, on the sideline or a zip line, there's no better place than Vegas to be part of the action. In the arena and out on the town, the loudest cheers, the brightest lights, and the sweetest celebrations. Wherever your night takes you, welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. Plan your trip today at visitlasvegas.com.
Hey Raiders fans, Jason Horowitz again reminding you that halftime is a great time to learn more about Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat from the same team that created Buffalo. Come to slot games where you can pick your team, play your team, and put a whole new spin on just win, baby. Check out the Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Raiders. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Are you looking to up your game day? Join the nation at the Raiders Masquerade VIP Tailgate, the ultimate pregame experience for you to enjoy live music with unlimited food, unlimited drinks, and non-stop party vibes, all before the Raiders kick off at Allegiant Stadium. Go to RaidersExperiences.com today to book this exclusive tailgate experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan, price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Welcome to Las Vegas, Raiders fans. Don't let the end of the game put a stop to the fun. Take it into overtime with the world-class performances, music, dining, and so much more right here in the sports and entertainment capital of the world. We're not in overtime yet. We start the fourth quarter. Raiders 21, Bears 16. Raiders today 7 yards per play to 3.6 for Chicago, but the game's still in doubt because of 4 Raiders turnovers this afternoon. Bears start at 3rd and 2 on the Raiders 41 here in the fourth. Toss play to the left. DeAndre Swift with blockers. Gets to the outside 30. Swift tackled from behind on the far sideline. But the toss play for 14 yards. He had 3 blockers for 2 defenders, and he picked up 14.
You know, Jason, I was screaming for some sort of edge kind of pressure, bringing somebody off the edge to hold the edge. When you have those types of plays coming out of a timeout or in the, or a change of quarter, you've had time to think about it. They had that edge. Not only not secure, but they were able to get all the way to the outside. The Raiders got to do a better job of turning that back in.
Omadunze split out wide right. 1st and 10 on the 27 left hash mark. Heading to the end zone to our right. Toss play. Monungai through the middle. Crosby almost got his hands on him. Monungai broke a tackle down to the 20. Lowers the shoulder. And he's got another first down of 11. There is a flag, though, that was thrown from behind. And it looks like it's going to be against the Bears again.
Holding offense, number 73. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
That is the right guard, Jonah Jackson. And you think about, too, you've been saying all day that Drew Dolman, Kirk, has been getting beat up inside. The Bears traded for Joe Thuney, who was, a long-time starter with the Patriots and Chiefs, Super Bowl winner. Drew Dolman, they gave a $40 million deal to Jonah Jackson, who's making his 65th career start. So they spent all that money on the interior of the offensive line. But the whole offensive line's been getting work today.
Yeah, look, they're down a couple of guys, too. So the chemistry just not there early on. But can they find a way to do something in the second half for them to get some plays off?
1st and 20. Caleb Williams on the slant. Caught Zacchaeus inside the 30. Moves his way down to the 25-yard line. So on that 1st and 20, they pick up 12. Olamide Zacchaeus with his 4th catch of the ball game. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 as we're inside of 14 minutes to go in the game. Caleb Williams now 17 of 30 for 165 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Raiders, all those plays behind the line of scrimmage in the first half, they have not been able to do that as often here in the second half. Luther Burden started out right with 2 tight ends who are split out wide right. Now he's the lone receiver out to the left. Raiders bring 4. Williams, clean pocket. Now angles near side, and he throws behind Monungai at the 20. And there is a flag in the secondary on the far sideline at the 11, and this could be against the Raiders. The initial indication from the far official is pointing against the Las Vegas secondary.
Illegal contact on Caillou Blue Kelly. This is laying it down.
Before the pass, illegal contact, defense, number 57. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
All right, that's on Jermaine Pratt. So now 5 penalties against the Raiders, 7 accepted against Chicago. Eric Stokes is back in the ballgame. Remember, he left with what looked like a knee injury. He is back in the ballgame. You've got your pointer at the TV. Did you see a penalty?
That's a bad call.
Yeah.
It's a bad call. To me, all he did was just kind of guided Cole Kmet to the outside. Never was a restriction or using the hands, but if you want to call it that tight, I don't like that one.
3 tight ends and an empty set for Caleb Williams. They are all split out wide left. Watch the quarterback run. Takes the snap. Nope, firing near side. Zacchaeus drilled right when he caught it. Polamalu came up to make the hit just inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Second down and 6 coming up. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. And the Raiders on top 21-16.
Yeah, I love Jason Horowitz playing defensive coordinator. You're thinking the same thing.
I work with you.
You already know when you see that wide open middle, when the offense goes empty formation, always alert. Caleb Williams is the type of guy who will take off and run if the middle's open.
When the Bears, before this game, got to the red zone, they had scored touchdowns on 6 of those 7 drives. Today's been a different story. DJ Moore, the wide receiver, is in the backfield to the right of Caleb Williams. 2 receivers wide left. The shotgun, 3-step drop, fires, batted up in the air, and Caleb Williams bats it down. Max Crosby with his 3rd pass defended of the ballgame. He picked one off earlier, and Caleb Williams was like, nope, not again. Volleyball smacked that to the ground.
I'm telling you, man, if I start a beach volleyball team over there in Venice, California, Max Crosby's going to be on my team. Like, seriously, he's how many times has he blocked passes today where he gets both hands up? That time, almost blocked it back to Caleb Williams, who knocks the football down. Didn't want to hold on to it like a reception, but knocks it down as this crowd comes to life here on 3rd down.
Raiders up 5, 3rd and 5. 2 receivers wide left, the bad snap. It's rolling on the turf at the 30, and Caleb has to slide on top of it back at the 33-yard line. A 19-yard loss on a bad exchange from Dolman to Caleb Williams, and that's going to force the Bears to try a long field goal.
You don't think that this D-line is in the head of Drew Dolman? Dolman, he's trying to get rid of the football, and I don't know if Caleb Williams was actually ready. It was a low snap, and Dolman's trying to snap the football before maybe Caleb Williams was ready to accept that snap.
So all the way back to the 33, it'll be a 51-yard field goal for Cairo Santos. He is 3 for 3 today, including a 52-yarder. Good snap. Taylor puts it down, and the field goal is good. So Santos hits his 4th field goal of the day, and his 2nd from 50-plus, which gives him 23 50-yard field goals in his Bears career, which ties the franchise record that Robbie Gould once held. We have a ball game, 21-19. Raiders in front of the Bears, 11:38 to go. You're listening to Raiders football.
Awakening returns to Wynn Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined. Experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening live in Las Vegas.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Raider Nation, this season brings a changing of the tides
And just like your Las Vegas Raiders, Ford's starting lineup is always ready for what's next. Whether it's the strength of F-150, the grit of Bronco family, or the speed of Mustang, Ford is prepared for whatever lies ahead. So just win, baby, and dominate every drive in a Ford. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
He climbs, he floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards. Proctimus Prime.
Just win, baby.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union, Win Las Vegas, by NV Energy, Boyd.
Awakening returns to Win Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined. Experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening, live in Las Vegas.
11:38 to go. A huge upcoming drive here for the Raiders. They're up 21-19. The Bears have managed 4 field goals. So much of their offense today have come off of Raiders turnovers for them. Santos with a kickoff. Mostert under it at the 4. And he's got to come out in the landing zone. He's got the 20, angling near side middle. And he's chopped down at the 25-yard line. Solid special teams. Roshan Johnson, the running back, made the tackle. So out comes Gino Smith. He is 10 of 16, 91 yards. 2 touchdown passes, both of them to Ashton Genty. He has the 3 picks. But, Kirk, the Raiders have been able to run the football today so well. 181 yards. Is that, I mean, you got to start with that, right?
I think that's what you lean on, right? This has to be the game, right? This could be the drive to where you can go up multiple scores, 2 scores with a touchdown and a field goal after. This has to be a drive right now, a statement drive for the Raiders.
Gino Smith is under center. 3 receivers stacked to the left. Trey Tucker motions. They pitch left side. Ashton Genty trying to follow his blocker. Stiff arm. And he's got the sideline. He's out of bounds at the 34-yard line. He never goes down on the first contact. He used the stiff arm to take a 2-yard gain and make it an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, he took a little shot at the end, though. He delivered the blow, but also the helmet went there right to his rib cage. So he's going to be out for a play, but man, it's good to see Ashton Genty. They call it the Michael Myers stance, right? Yeah, for all those people who are the Nightmare on Elm Street fans.
Well, he's not standing now, though. He is crouched over. That last hit that you were talking about definitely hurt. So Raheem Mostert is in the backfield, shotgun for Gino Smith. Now he walks over, and Mostert switches to his right side. Down to 2 on the play clock. They get the snap. They hand it off to Mostert, trying his blockers. He scores through to the 40. Mostert down the near sideline, 50. Faking out Byer with a stiff arm, and he carries him inside the 30. Down to the 29-yard line. Raheem Mostert picks up 37 yards.
And that's why Raheem Mostert is playing. Because he's got also the explosive ability similar to Ashton Genty. Remember, he holds the Dolphins' record for most rushing touchdowns in a season. And all he did was the same thing that Ashton Genty has done. Read the blocks, and then all of a sudden get to daylight.
Well, if the Raiders running backs get into the secondary, they have just run over Kevin Byard when they do that. He does have 2 picks today, both in the first half. First and 10 on the 29. Mostert stays in. This lone setback. Smith under center. He gets the snap. He hands it off. Stutters into the hole on the right side, and not much there. Andrew Billings, who has played really well today for Chicago, escorts him to the turf after 1. Raheem Mostert was inactive the first 3 games. They were playing Zamir White. Today they flipped it. Mostert has 4 carries now for 61 yards. He's also got a catch. Been on special teams. But Ashton Genty, who's now back in the huddle, 126 yards on 16 carries. Also 2 catches, both of them for touchdowns. A 3-touchdown game for Ashton Genty. 9:45 to go. Raiders up a deuce. Bowers motions left to right. Gino's going to throw. He eyes the right side. He throws to Bowers. He catches it at the 21, and he's shoved out of bounds. Tyreek Stevenson. Bowers kept both feet in bounds. Just inside the 21. It'll be 3rd down and 2 as the clock will now move again inside of 9.5 to go.
Man, that dude's got guts, man. Brock Bowers got guts. He's gutting it out right now. He's barely able to get out of that break. And Gino Smith had to lead him to that sideline, but just watching Brock Bowers run that out route, he's not able to just plant and explode like we've normally seen him do, but nice throw from Gino.
Well, his cuts aren't the same, and certainly hasn't been able to get ahead of steam. Three receivers stacked left. Trey Tucker motions left to right. Toss play left. Genty tries to get away from one. 25 breaks the tackle. First down inside the 15. Bowling ball inside the 10. And the Bears finally get him down at the 8. The toss play followed his blockers, broke some tackles. 13 more for A.J. Deuce.
You're looking at the guy who was one of the runner-ups for the Heisman. And the stance is back, and it's working. It's giving him enough opportunity to read what's in front of him. He's reading his blocks, and he's getting downfield. He's decisive. I haven't seen him this decisive since he's been a Raider. He's getting that foot in the ground, and he's getting north right away.
Are we about to see the rookie's 4th touchdown of the game? First and goal at the 8. Gino changing the play. He's under center. He takes the snap. Genty through the middle of the hole. He's stacked up and driven back. Noah Sewell came through the middle and made the tackle at the 9. It's a loss of 1. 138 yards on the ground. 155 total yards for Genty today and 3 total touchdowns. He has touched the ball. He has broken tackles. He has been outstanding.
Well, we've talked about statement drives. This has to be the statement drive for the Raiders. Continue to lean on this offensive line. Just one negative play doesn't take you away from still running the football.
Well, and a field goal still makes it a 1-possession game, too. Touchdown makes it 2. Bowers motions over to the right. Now Genty goes over to the right side as well. Gino Smith, the shotgun. Hands it off to Genty, trying the left side, and the Bears read it. Dominique Robinson, the first into the backfield to bring him down. Shamar Turner finished him off, and now it's 3rd and goal back at the 11-yard line on a loss of 3.
Okay, so now you got to find something in the playbook. And to me, the ball's on the left hash, so something that you can flood the right side of the field, but give Gino an opportunity to not have to throw in traffic. Try to find maybe a one-on-one scenario.
Confusion. Ian Thomas is running on the field. The Raiders then broke the huddle, but because of that, they have to stop, and now they back out of there. Still 9 on the play clock, so plenty of time. But there certainly was some confusion. Shotgun to Smith. Back to throw. Eyeing the left. Has his man. It's dropped at the 3. It was a low throw. Dante Thornton tried to get to the turf to catch it. He's frustrated. He thought he had a chance at his first career touchdown. Instead, it was thrown low, and the Raiders are going to have to settle for a short field goal attempt.
Oh, man, everything was there. It was perfect.
Yep.
Even the location of the throw, different than earlier. Remember, Gino threw one that was high near the goal line. This time it was low. It was outside. It was the perfect throw in the perfect situation. It also probably would have gave the Raiders an opportunity to even go for it on 4th down. That's how close it was to a touchdown.
Well, that's if the ball's thrown up maybe 3 inches higher, he doesn't have to go to his knee. But either way, couldn't bring it in, so they'll try a 29-yard field goal. Carlson is 6 of 7 on the year. This to make it a 5-point game. Cole calls for the snap. He puts it down, and the field goal is good. So Carlson good from 29, and the Raiders extend the lead, but it is still a 1-possession game. Raiders 24, Bears 19. 6:45 to go. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Karma Automotive proudly serves as the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. As America's first and only ultra-luxury automaker, from our Cavea 1,000 horsepower Super Coupe to the Rivero, the extended range sedan, Karma blends supernatural innovation with American ingenuity. We are shaping the future of automotive aspiration. For assigned drivers only. Reserve your Karma at karmaautomotive.com.
Hey Raiders Raiders fans, Jason Horowitz again, reminding you that halftime is a great time to learn more about Raiders-themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat from the same team that created Buffalo. Come to slot games where you can pick your team, play your team, and put a whole new spin on just win, baby. Check out the Raiders-themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Raiders. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Tim Kane's back inside the Silver and Black studios with this scoreboard update brought to you by Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL. 3.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter in Santa Clara. Jaguars lead the 3-0 49ers 26-21. 10 minutes to go, fourth quarter at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Chiefs starting to pull away. They lead Lamar Jackson and the Ravens 37-13. It's a final in L.A. The Rams come back and beat the Colts 27-20. Matthew Stafford, an 88-yard touchdown pass to Tutu Atwell with 1:33 to go. Back inside Allegiant, Jason Kirk, guys.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. When the Raiders get to Indianapolis next week, will they be 2-2 or 1-3? We got 6:45 to find out. Intermountain Health understands that life can be a challenging game, and mental wellness is vital to our overall health. Takes courage to admit when we are not okay, even more to reach out. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, call or text 988 or visit strongestplay.com for mental wellness resources. 24-19, Raiders in front of the Bears. The defense has done the job this afternoon, and they're going to have to try and win this too. Line drive kick. It's high, and it's in the hands of Burden on the far side. Dylan Laube trips him up at the 28-yard line, falls forward out to the 30. Well, 19 points today for the Bears, but a big chunk of that is off of 4 Raiders turnovers. It is 24-19. 4 Cairo Santos field goals and a Caleb Williams touchdown pass to Rome Odunze, who today became the first Bear to score a touchdown in the first 4 games of a season since Walter Payton in 1986. But they've only been able to find him 3 times for 52 yards. The Raiders in the first half were all over Caleb Williams. Have to do it again here. Bears start on their own 31. They work left to right with Williams under center. It's a play fake. He's back to throw. Sidearm caught. DeAndre Swift right between the hash marks at the 36. And he crumples to the turf with Devin White on top of him. It's a pickup of 6 on first down.
Yeah, so with Caleb Williams now with this score, they have to score a touchdown. So that tells me that they're going to have to continue to try to block up front. This is where Max Crosby getting the one-on-one. How well will this Chicago Bears offensive line protect Caleb Williams? Because right now Max Crosby, it seems to keep getting a jump on the snap count.
Well, and they made the switch to the rookie Ozzie Trapillo at right tackle. They did that after halftime. And Benedict moved over to the left side. They've held up a little bit better here in the second half. Swift got through the hole, has the first down, and he's out to the 43-yard line. They handed it off over the left side with a head of steam, and he picked up 7 yards.
Yeah, that was a good run. A good run on the outside. The Raiders just got outflanked on that one. There's nothing really you can do when you've got that many bodies on that side. That's one of their best runs of the day.
46 yards rushing today for Chicago on 20 carries. So you do the math, you're talking about 2.2 a carry, and only 1 that has gone for more than 10 yards. Williams back to throw on first down, looking the left side. Now he's going to take off. He keeps the play alive, and he fires across his body. It's caught. DJ Moore into Raiders territory at the 43-yard line. Caleb Williams kept that alive again, and they'll move the sticks.
I thought there was a hold on Malcolm Kuntz. He was trying to run Caleb Williams down. I think it was a guard or a tackle who was on that side. It just had a hook of Malcolm Kuntz, but they didn't call it. And a nice job extending the play was Caleb Williams. This is what you got to watch out for in this part of the game. Caleb Williams extending the plays and throwing it deep downfield.
He's at the 44. Caleb Williams under center. It's another play fake. He settles. Clean pocket. Dumps it out to his short man, DeAndre Swift. Makes one man miss. Spun down at the 37. Nice tackle. Caillou Blue Kelly out on the edge, but it is a 6-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, he's done that well. Every time you see Caillou Blue Kelly on the outside, he maintains his leverage, and he makes solid tackles in the open field.
Well, you know, you had the question about the corners coming into the season. We are only 4 games in but you feel good about Stokes and Caillou Blue Kelly, but Stokes is out here. He had come back in a little bit, but he left, remember, earlier in the game with a knee injury, so it's Darian Porter who's on the near side. It's Porter and Kelly, your corners. On 2nd and 4 for Chicago, and a
False
flag
start.
and another false start.
That time, Jermaine Pratt was acting like he was going to show pressure.
False start, offense, number 85. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
That is the 3rd false start on Cole Kmet, their tight end today.
Well, he's got a tough job. He's trying to block linebackers, and it was just, to me, Jermaine Pratt ran up as if he was going to blitz that got Cole Kmet to jump.
Well, last week the Bears didn't have a turnover. They didn't allow a sack. They didn't have pre-snap penalties. Today it's been a different story. They are +3 in the turnover, but they are down. Williams back to throw. Raiders brought a blitz. Caleb Williams takes off up the middle, has the 40 in some space. First down, and he slides down across the 30. Down at the Raiders 29. 13 yards on the scramble for Caleb Williams. He has not done that a lot today, but it is 1st and 10 for Chicago at the 29 with 3:50 and counting.
For the Raiders, what they have not also done is blitz Darnay Holmes. He blitzes and comes through, and him and he just gets knocked into Max Crosby. Like Darnay Holmes, number 30, yeah, he's not the biggest of guys, but he gets knocked off the path, which knocks him right into Max Crosby, which knocks him off trying to go get Caleb Williams.
Defense has played so well today. They got to come up with something here. Up 24-19 on the Bears. Williams is under center. 2 tight ends to the left side. Toss play that way to Swift, trying to get some room. Devin White burst through, and he bear hugged him to the turf behind the 30. Oh, man, did he burst through and dropped him for a loss of 2.
Like a missile. Golly, 45 just runs right through. It was like you meet at a point. He was point A, the running back was point B, and they both met at C, but C was in the backfield for a tackle for loss.
You know what that looked like? Remember the old Office commercial where Terry Crews, Office linebacker?
Oh, yeah.
Was
That's what it was.
You don't do that TPS report. 2nd and 11 inside of 3 minutes. Raiders clinging to a 5-point lead. Williams back to throw over the middle. Open man inside the 20. It's a Dunze to the 15 and a first down. Oh, he was wide open. Hit the left hash mark at the 13-yard line. It's 18 yards with 2:25 to go.
I'm not sure how he got so wide open. All he did is just run in this in route, and I think it was maybe you're passing that off into an inside zone. Devin White, the linebacker, because of the threat of the run from Caleb Williams, didn't get deep enough in his drop. When that thing was passed off to him, it just goes right behind him, was a Dunze for the catch.
The Bears do not have to snap it before the 2-minute warning, and they will not. So they are going to walk over to the far sideline in a game that is very much in doubt. Raiders 24, Bears 19. Both set of fans to their feet as we have hit the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 for Chicago on the Raiders 13. Defense going to have to make a play. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Helping your money do more means putting yourself in the financial driver's seat.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no better or more literal way to do that than with a low-rate auto loan from America First Credit Union. Plus, for a limited time, when you finance your new vehicle with America First, you'll enjoy no payments for 90 days. And that means getting more mileage out of every cent you spend. So make your money move. Head to AmericaFirst.com to apply for pre-approval of your low-rate auto loan today. Eligibility, terms, conditions, and creditworthiness apply. Subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender.
Raiders football is brought to you by Karma Automotive, the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. Taste the spirit of Aloha. Kaloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Drink responsibly. Experience the future of payments with Shift 4, the official payment partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to learn more.
Go on. Get a little out there. Travel beyond Nevada's neon glow. Drive where the stars sparkle and the desert goes and goes. Visit a world apart. See some funky art. Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart. Go on. Get a little out there. Start planning your trip at travelnevada.com.
Raiders 24, Bears 19, but Chicago on the march. 1st and 10 coming up on the 13-yard line. Caleb Williams has had a much better second half than first half. Raiders today, 4 turnovers. The defense has made so many plays, but Kirk, they may have to make another one to win this ballgame. Saying that, both teams do have 3 timeouts left, and so in this break, Pete Carroll's definitely talking, hey, if they score, we got to have time left.
Correct. Yeah, you're talking all of these scenarios right now. But defensively, the talk inside of the huddle has to be, let's just make a play. Everybody just do your job. Make a play. 11-man defense. Communicate in the back end.
And find Rome Odunze. He is split out left side with the tight end, Cole Kmet. Darian Porter still in the game with Eric Stokes on the sideline without a helmet. Kmet motions left to right. Shotgun to Williams. He's looking left. He comes across. Crosby on his hand. Got away. Williams racing out to the right. He's pointing. He throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Jamal Adams in coverage on Cole Kmet. That was an absolute laser on the run. Throw by Caleb Williams. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And Max Crosby was right there. This is the part of the game where Max Crosby takes it up a level, and he beats that tackle on the outside. Traprio, you mentioned. It was just easy. He got there, but just didn't have the angle to bring down Caleb Williams. But a nice job of everyone staying in coverage.
They're still late in the huddle. Now they clap their hands and break with 10 on the play clock. Kmet races out to the left side. DJ Moore started that way. Now he's on the right, down to 4. Caleb Williams in the shotgun. Motion man to the right, gets the snap. Raiders come with 5. Williams escapes out to the left. Crosby trying to track him down. He's got the 10. Williams to the 5. And Crosby does race him out of bounds all the way on the far sideline. Spot him at the 7, but Caleb Williams did pick up 6. 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Bears, but the clock stopped. And you know what? That's big for both these teams with 1:45 to go. Because if the Bears don't score, they still have all their timeouts too. Raiders up 5, 24-19. Max Crosby's stat line has been enormous. Can he snap it off? The handoff. DeAndre Swift cuts in the hole. 1st down to the 2. Caleb Williams called that snap, and Pete Carroll is out on the field to take a timeout.
That was the first thing I was thinking about. Because of the down and distance situation, I was going to say, hey, watch the run here. Because they were going for it on 4 down. This is 4 down territory regardless because of the amount of timeouts they have left. If they don't get the touchdown here, they're still down enough to where they have 3 timeouts. The Bears do.
But Pete Carroll has to. But here's the thing.
He has to.
Bears are going to have 4 plays from the 2 or closer. So he takes his first time out with 1:39. And by the way, you want the defense to stand up here.
Right.
But if they score, if the end result is the Bears are in the end zone, you'd rather it be on 1st or 2nd down. But obviously you want the stand. 1st and goal for Chicago, just inside the 3. End zone to our right. 2 tight end set. Caleb Williams is under center. He takes the snap. It's a handoff to Swift. Racing around the left side. Has the goal line. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift races over the left side. And the Bears back in front with 1:34 to go. And now they're going to go for a 2-point conversion to try to go up a full field goal.
Yeah, it was just great blocking. There's nobody with an edge. Caillou Blue Kelly's the edge player, and Swift just ran and raced him. He's holding. They're looking for a holding call, but in that situation, the official's not going to throw that call. He's not going to throw that flag. Just no edge. Caillou Blue Kelly's on the outside. He's got to turn it back in. But honestly, this may also help out the Raiders here in this situation if they've got time. But you got to stop this 2-point conversion here.
So the Bears will set it up at the 2. They have not attempted a 2-point try this year. They will set it up on the left hash mark. Caleb Williams just capped off an 11-play drive. He's got a Dunze motioning slot right. 3 receivers that way. He takes the snap. Williams to throw. He's going to take off. Now he escapes the pocket to the back of the end zone. Intercepted. Jermaine Pratt. He dropped it, but he broke it up. He stayed with the Dunze all the way to the back of the end zone. It was floated up, and it is a 1-point game with 94 seconds to go, and the Raiders have 2 timeouts.
I like the position that the Raiders are in. Yes, you're upset you gave up the touchdown, but I love the position that you're in. There has to be calm on the sideline right now. Plenty of time with those 2 timeouts, 1:34. And the one thing I would try to tell Gino Smith right now, you don't have to get it all back in one play. right? You're still able to run your entire offense. See the entire field right now if you're the Raiders. See the entire field. You don't have to try to get a big chunk play right away. And you have the range also of Daniel Carlson to work with.
We'll get to that range in a second. His career long is 57, which means you got to get it just inside the 40, but we'll get to that. There's still 1:34 to work with, and you'd rather get it in the end zone and not worry about that.
Right.
So a pair of 1 and 2 teams who have, I think, answered expectations in a back-and-forth game. And if the Raiders do lose this, obviously the 4 turnovers through the first half and then the first play of the second half will be what we talk about. Las Vegas today, 237 yards on the ground. The kickoff to Laube at the 3. He's trying to get some space. Across the 15 and the 20. Dances to the outside. Laube across the 30. Out to the 40. And finally pushed out of bounds by the kicker. Dylan Laube gets the Raiders great field position with 1:27 to go.
And you needed a play. Laube was right there for the play. All he did was middle return right. He gets up the field and gets to the outside. There was nobody there for the Bears. He gets run out, but the nice job by Laube of setting up the Raiders to a point where I said, you can run your entire offense. You can still run the football with Genty. The 2 timeouts allows you to do that.
Bears have 7 players lined up right along the line of scrimmage. Gino's in the shotgun. Now he comes up and talks to the offensive line. Genty's to his right side. He takes the snap. They bring all 7 on a blitz. He throws near side. Wide open Bowers at the 45. Races to midfield and out of bounds. Great job by Gino to get that out of there. He picked up 7 to the 49-yard line with the clock stopped at 1:21.
But a great job of protection. Gino Smith gets up to the line of scrimmage. He checks, makes sure that everybody's got who they have on the line. Nice job there, and even Ashton Genty adding to that protection.
They aren't huddling. The clock is stopped, but they're going fast. 3 receivers right with Bowers in the slot. Shotgun to Gino. Again a blitz. He throws. Bowers again on the catch. Turns upfield 45. He spins his way to the 44 for a first down. 1:14 to go. And again, you don't have to take the time out here because you want to end this with your ball, the ball in your hands.
Yeah, this is just 2 terrific throws from Gino. Safe throws to the outside. If the Bears continue to try to show this pressure, Gino's getting the ball out quickly.
He is in the shotgun. The Bears do have all 3 of their timeouts left. Quickly, just like that, to the Bears 43. Chicago shows the blitz, and here they come again. Quick throw. Trey Tucker near sideline to the 40, and he races himself out of bounds. Just inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. Clock is stopped. 48 seconds to go. 2nd and 6 coming up. Daniel Carlson's career long is 57, which is where that would be from right here. You obviously aren't settling for that right now with 48 seconds and 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I think this is an opportunity to run the ball with Genty right here.
They hand it off to Genty through the left side. Has the 35, dives forward to the 34. And they're going to let it click, and Chicago takes the timeout. With 42 seconds to go, the Bears take a timeout. And Colton Miller is down still. So there's a lot happening here with the clock stopped. 42 seconds, a 3rd down and 1 coming up. The Raiders today have run for 241 yards. Ashton Genty, 139. And the Bears are given that timeout back, Kirk, because it is an injury timeout to Colton Miller. And since we are inside of 2 minutes and the clock was moving, it is the 2nd charge timeout to the Raiders with 43 seconds to go.
And so Stone Forsythe is going to enter the game, number 70. He's going to play that left tackle position. 3rd and 1. This is where the Raiders are going to have to get pushed. Can you get a tough yard here? So this, I talked about statement parts of games, statement drives. You get 3rd and 1 right here to win the football game. This is where you need this offensive line to get the surge. Earlier on, Andrew Billings was pushing guys back, Jordan Meredith. This is where you bow your neck and get the push up front.
So they are looking at the left ankle of Colton Miller. The training staff is looking at his left ankle. And he does sit up. Colton Miller, who signed his 3-year new contract extension in August, and they're bringing the card out. Obviously, there are long-term ramifications if this is a serious injury. But for right now, you're talking about trying to win a game and get through that part. But Colton Miller has been the staple of this offensive line now in his 8th year out of UCLA.
I call him the anchor of this offensive line. It's the one guy you never have to worry about is 74 on the left side as all his teammates run over the tackle.
And Kirk, he can't put any pressure on that right leg.
Yeah.
So the entire Raiders bench spills out onto the field as Colton Miller is now on the cart. Every single one of them going over to the man who will turn 30 coming up here next week. So they will take him back and do x-rays for Colton Miller. And a lot of tackles have gone down today. Ronnie Stanley for Baltimore left the game. Yep. Joe Alt was carted off for the Chargers. And now Colton Miller is going to be carted away from the 35-yard line to the near right corner where they will take him back towards the Raiders locker room.
And you think about it on the opposite side. Darnell Wright's not available today for the Chicago Bears. So it's been a lot of, tackles, like you mentioned, going down around the National Football League.
So obviously at the moment the concern for Colton Miller, but the Raiders are down 1, 43 seconds to go, 3rd down and 1. Stone Forsythe, the 5th-year pro out of Florida, former Seattle Seahawk, who's played 4 offensive snaps all year, is now in at left tackle. Gino Smith is out of the shotgun. On 3rd down and 1, he hands it off to Genty, who tries to get forward. The Bears stack him up. He's down at the 36-yard line. And Ben Johnson takes his first timeout with 38 seconds. And so, Kirk, that play lost a yard. And so now the Raiders are going to have to trot on Daniel Carlson to try and take the lead from 54 yards away.
Yeah, I don't know. You're in a shotgun run, so it kind of limits you on what you can do. If you're going to give a toss play to Ashton Genty or something like that, you have the space. But if you want to run a dive up the middle out of shotgun, it just gave too much time for the defense to get up the field, and there was just no room for Ashton Genty. We'd love to see him just go downhill with Gino under center.
Well, the Raiders haven't been in this position the last couple of years very often to have game-changing, lead-changing kicks inside of the last minute. But Carlson is one of the best over the last 8 years. Jacob Bobenmeyer will be the snapper. A.J. Cole will sit it down at the 44 for what will be a 54-yard kick just inside the left hash. This to try and take the lead. Good snap. Cole puts it down, and it's blocked. The Bears got around the edge and blocked the kick. Josh Blackwell, the special teams extraordinaire. And Chicago, on that block kick, is going to win it here in Las Vegas.
At a loss for words, Jason. Everything was all set up. Right snap, great hold. But it was just the tip. You got the right finger on that ball as it was going up. It looked like it had the trajectory. It was going to have the distance. But the right finger of Blackwell.
Yep. This is certainly disheartening. And because the Raiders took those timeouts to try and keep some time earlier when the Bears were in the red zone, they're only down to 1. They're not going to take it here.
And special teams.
Caleb Williams took that knee, and this is going to do it.
This one hurts.
Yep.
This one hurts because you had the opportunity at the end. I mean, we're going to talk about what happened throughout the game, but it hurts because you had the opportunity at the end, and a special teams play goes against the Raiders, and you walk away with an L.
I mean, you think about the stars for Las Vegas who played like that today.
Oh,
Ashton Genty, his breakout game, 21 carries for 138 yards and a touchdown to go along with 2 receiving touchdowns. Max Crosby, as good as he has played in his career, might have played one of his best games ever. 5 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, his first career interception, 3 passes defended, and a forced fumble. But the 4 turnovers in the 3 in the first half, and then on the first play of the second half when the Raiders got the ball leading 14-9. Ultimately in this game, Kirk, just too much to overcome.
Well, it's hard because when you look at just the last couple weeks, you walk off the field in Washington and you say, you know what, that was a better team on that day. the Raiders are going to walk off this field, and I know they're the better team than Chicago. They outplayed the Bears today. Now, the Bears made some plays in some opportunity times, but I thought the Raiders gave them those plays. But at the end of the day, they found a way to win the football game. It's just hard for you to walk off the field today knowing that you gave everything that you could, and you know you're the better team, but you walk away with a loss.
And you're in a hole because now 1-3 on the season.
And the undefeated Colts coming up.
Well, no, the Colts lost today.
Yeah, they won loss. You're right. They got the one loss
to the Rams. So 3-1 Colts, but a 3-1 Colts team with a powerful offense for some reason with Daniel Jones. The Raiders found the ground game today, 240 yards rushing, a massive part on the ground. But Kirk, and this is something that's going to be talked about all week.
Tough.
Because it's the second time in the first 4 games that Gino Smith has thrown 3 interceptions. And, 2 weeks ago it was the first play of the game. Today it was the first play of the second half with an opportunity to go up 2 scores. And instead, it's a totally different game as the Bears converted that and took a touchdown and took the lead. So they fall today 25-24. They lose to Chicago for the 3rd time in the last 5 seasons, 3rd time in a row. And there's a lot of wound licking to be done heading to Indianapolis next week because, and here's the worst part. You add all of this.
Right.
We didn't really get a chance. What does it mean? Colton Miller was just carted off the field.
Correct.
So an offensive line where your best player was the staple. Now today the rest of the offensive line played better. Much better.
Yeah.
But your best player just got carted off the field.
And that's going to be a tough one now because you go into what you call a short week because you got to travel. You got to go across a couple time zones to go on the road against a really good Indianapolis Colts football team. And now your offensive line that it's already still